in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right, let's do it right now.
What? Let's do it right now. When I was getting a physical to play football, I think
I've never been fondled.
the RN, which obviously they check you for a hernia. And before she did, she's like, "Everything okay with your balls?" I was like, which I think she said because it was a 14-year-old kid, but
Well, see, here's the thing. I've always heard stories about that. Why is that so funny? It's the truth. They're checking for testicular cancer.
It's so funny.
no. She wasn't doing that. She was checking me for a hernia.
Well, they're checking you for both.
Well, probably.
Because they're looking for lumps, right?
No, because
They're like all...
you can't. When they check for a hernia, they just
Don't they grab it? Or...
no. Have
See,
you?
I've never
I
had it
told
done.
you. Garfield and Friends from Pickle
Oh.
Fanboys.
Now, which one?
The second one, not
Yes.
the first one.
This one.
Times ahead.
Yeah, I hate that one.
one.
There were two
There's
actual
two,
songs.
There's two of
Oh,
them.
The
well,
second
that's what they.
one,
That's he sent me a picture.
Ready?
Ready?
Two.
To
Party!
We're ready
To party.
We're ready.
Dun, dun,
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
dun, dun.
Come on down to Garfield and Friends. Come on in. It's time to party with Garfield,
Garfield
and
and
Friends. And then I think there's another
I love
verse.
how we all know that one.
I think there's another verse.
There is. There's a little bit more to it. I have a list of movie titles that were almost called something else. Star Wars Episode 6 was almost called Revenge of the Jedi. We know this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're nerds. Alex might not have known that.
I was like, what are you talking about? It's not Revenge of the Jedi.
No,
it's
no.
Return. I was like, bitch, you ain't no nerd.
Head cheese.
Head cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Alex?
I have no idea.
Yep.
Yeah!
Why,
Nice.
Why head cheese?
Because I remember there's in the Texas Chainsaw, the remake in 01, they go into that rest stop
Mm-hmm.
and there's a pig's head
Yep.
in the display case, and head cheese is a boiled. You boil
How
a
did you
pig's
make
head.
that freaking connection, Brett?
That is a photographic memory. at
Oh
work.
my god.
What is the McGangbang?
McDonald's McGangbang. Simply order a McDouble and a McChicken. The McChicken sandwich is placed directly inside the juicy McDouble, buns and all. So if a normal McDouble doesn't quite fill you up, take the chance by combining a McChicken McDouble from McDonald's secret menu.
So then do you just order the two different pieces, or do you order
You say, I want the surf
McGangbang?
and turf, and they'll give you the two.
And they'll give you the two and you put it together. I'm not into the fish thing, but I think I would do the McGangbang.
Yeah.
That does not sound right at all. You know what, honey? Let's try a McGangbang.
Are you bringing that to the table, Alex? Are we
We
having
can
this
set it on the
discussion?
table and do it right here on the podcast. Try a McGangbang on the podcast.
Wow. Wow.
So Die Hard started a
I
trend.
hate Speed 2.
Why?
That's pretty
It's
bad.
horrible.
It's kind of like, it's more of a watch it because it's laughably bad.
Yes.
There are a few parts that I thought Sandra Bullock was pretty funny.
She's a great actress, but she sucks in that movie.
She cuts open the door with the chainsaw and she's like revving it. Can you guys get out?
If you back up with the saw,
What?
if you back up with the saw, we'll give it a try.
It's so bad.
It is very bad writing. It is
Oh,
very bad.
Bad.
But I always thought of it as more of an action type than a funny movie, and it turns out this, like, as an adult watching it, it's a terrible
It's
film.
horrible.
That was a great
That's great.
quote by
Yeah.
John. I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot! You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't
out. Do it.
move.
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there. Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine.
Ridiculous.
You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
We're doing some freaking Christmas trivia.
Welcome to the PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 392. We have not been live in over almost a month. We are very close to a month. We almost made it to a month here. And my God, that entire month, we've got some stories. We started off hot with, going to Nashville and got a few stories there to talk about. We got some road tripping stories and flying stories and all that kind of good stuff. So, I'm wearing my new hat. Alex is wearing nothing new, actually.
I was like, what Alex is wearing? Nothing. Just kidding.
It's one of those podcasts.
It is not one of those
It's not one
podcasts.
of those podcasts. Let me get my notes up.
Josh
actually.
wishes it was one of those podcasts.
I do? Why?
How rude.
How rude. No. Got a couple of on this days here to start off our show before we get into the actual thing. Got to find the button here, Josh. Can you use it? Use your thing. Where's it at? There it is. On this day. Got two of them, actually. So two big things happened on this day for multiple reasons. One of them is 26 years ago, NFL Blitz 2000 was released on the Sega Dreamcast. I played the heck out of this game.
I've heard you talk about it.
You never played an NFL
No.
game until, like, me.
Yep.
And then even then, Oh. Maybe your cat's lights are going out. We have to replace your LEDs. Did you see that?
No, did it blink?
Yeah, it did.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. Well, it's about time. You know how old that logo is?
As old as 1 year into my stream.
Yeah, sure is. Anyways, there's a lot of so NFL Blitz was all about just doing more arcade style football than NFL is, like Madden is. So when you see me play Madden, I'm like, oh, of course it's like a certain type of play is done or whatever. You just know it's going to turn out this way. Blitz was all out warfare on the NFL gridiron. It was crazy. You could do cheats at the beginning where you could mash certain buttons and get specific cheats for your game, like big heads or like is he okay?
He wants to get comfy.
An asphalt turf, no lines, no crowd. There's a lot of really cool cheats on Blitz 2000 that I love the heck out of that game. Played it a lot. I don't remember playing as the Vikings much. I remember playing as the Broncos because I think they were the best team in the league at the time. So, or at least in Blitz 2000. I remember doing a lot of throws. So, but there's another on this day that's near and dear to our hearts. On this day, 11 years ago, Destiny was released on Xbox 360,
wow.
Xbox One, PlayStation 3 and 4, sparking mine and your hardcore gaming nights that would last until the very late hours of the night / morning, basically.
More like, I think the latest we probably stayed on was probably 4, 5.
Sun was rising.
Yeah, sun was rising.
Sun was rising. Time to
Sun
go
was
to
rising.
bed.
Maybe we should get off Destiny.
That was the
sun's
times
coming
we were
up.
drinking with our buddy Jer, and we were having a grand old time. It was a
Spent 3 hours alone just hanging out in the
in
tower.
the tower. The tower was great.
Yeah.
Tower was great. I mean, you can't remake that. It's such an organic experience.
Yeah.
Destiny was so good. I can't.
It probably still is good. It's just
Yeah,
I haven't
we
played
just
it.
got to find our right third.
Yeah.
But I don't think we were ever or will be again as dedicated to a game as much as Destiny. I mean, we've been close with like Sea of Thieves, Fortnite, Warzone, Call of Duty. Those types of games we've been kind of dedicated to, but not to this level.
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves, we've had some long.
I wouldn't call it dedicated. We just had some long streams just because it takes an hour to do
To survive.
do one like haul of treasure. So
Yeah. Okay, so that was on this day. So a lot of interesting video games came out on this day. This shirt, I swear to God,
what?
it just attracts all sorts of dust. Look at this, a dust bunny just on my shirt.
Yep.
Why?
It's the type
fabric
of fabric.
is just. I hate it. I don't know. It is what it is. So we gotta do some updates on our life updates here. We kind of started off with our Nashville trip. We had a lot of fun going to Tennessee. The main thing we went for was for Lincoln Park, and we knew we were going to make a vacation out of it, so we did a long-term trip. And in doing that, we had
Thursday,
three
Friday,
nights,
Saturday.
3 nights, 4 days.
Yeah.
We had many things happen to us. Just starting off with the bat, like I don't know. My notes start off with we left at a pretty reasonable time.
Oh, we did. We
yeah.
Well, the first thing that happened was our hotel we couldn't check into until 3 p.m. So I said, all right, we're going to leave at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
And we end up waking up because,
Oh my God, we did.
we couldn't go to sleep like normal
We
the
woke
night
up at
before.
like 7 or something.
The night before vacation, we can never go to sleep on time.
It's
so
never good.
we were exhausted. We were up late making sure that we had everything packed, and I really wanted to be in bed, at a reasonable time, like midnight. I don't think that happened. It was probably 2, 3 in the morning by the time we went to bed. So we wake up in the morning, and I put it into Google Maps, just as soon as I woke up, I put the address for the hotel in there, and I went, why is it saying...
It was like a 1:30.
It was like a 1:30 arrival or something. I was like,
yeah,
what is that?
It was early.
And I realized they're on Central Time.
Yeah.
and that was
see,
like
it's
the
flickering.
best.
Did you see it? Look at the YouTube. Just keep watching. It's gonna show up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I realized that they're on Central Time, and that was like the best gift we could have had that morning.
Yep.
I was like, woohoo! We get an extra hour to just not rush. So we packed up everything, and basically we left at the time that I wanted to leave.
So we left on time, got to the hotel on time, got to the parking lot for Lincoln Park on time.
Got in line
on time.
on time.
Everything,
and we were 6 hours away,
time.
so I was afraid of just not things just going wrong and whatever. It was beautiful weather and
everything was
perfect. Yeah,
for the trip there. And we're gonna go on to this and talk about the entire week, but I want to say the entire weekend the weather was perfect.
Oh yeah, it was absolutely gorgeous.
No complaints. A little bit of heat at
the
some
only
points.
complaint I have is that we should have stayed one more day.
I think so. I think we should.
I wish we would have left Monday morning instead of Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Just have Sunday to do
the loungy stuff we wanted to do, because we were like, oh, we didn't get donuts like we wanted to. We wanted to go to get the
donut distillery.
The donut distillery, and we wanted to check out at least another restaurant or something. And just we wanted to check out downtown again.
I wanted to do more laid back stuff and whatnot. Yeah. And
we
could have had another day at the outdoor pool.
We need to plan that a little bit.
Yeah.
So we enjoyed 2.5 hours of Lincoln Park bliss. By the way, I'm wearing the hat that I got at the concert because it was about time I got a Lincoln Park hat that was really good. We also got some of their gummies.
Yeah, that's
they actually partnered with Haribo gummies, basic gummy bears. They got Lincoln Park shaped stuff.
Yeah, so we got 2 bags, ate 1 bag at the barricade, and then
storing one away for
we're saving
later.
one for later.
We don't know when we'll
Who
eat
knows?
them.
We might never open it. I don't know.
Or if we open them, we do. We're going to keep the packaging.
They tasted good.
They were fine. Yeah, they weren't bad.
They're in the shape of Lincoln Park members.
Yeah, they got Lincoln Park logos and stuff. It's pretty interesting how it is. Their partnership with that. So we needed to open up a bag because
I hadn't eaten the entire day, and I drove 6 hours.
Well, you had the anxiety of getting to where we were at.
My anxiety was up, and I don't eat.
So maybe we should have gone a day early.
We could have even done that too.
Yeah, I think we should have gone a day early. That way we had Thursday to prepare.
But anyways, it ended up working out. It was fine.
A great concert. The set list was
Josh and I were we did our typical Lincoln Park.
Oh yeah, we did announce our numbers.
Yeah, we did we were
because we didn't know what they actually meant.
The Lincoln Park Underground are the street team that they built back in the day. So we signed up for like early entry, and it was like kind of a very quick like, hey, the early entry
Is for LP,
raffle basically.
It was for LPU members only.
Yeah, goes live at like 10 a.m. on this day. So if you want to try to raffle for one of the early entry tickets, like click now. And then we're like, so we like, I got home like from an exam or something that morning, like right on time. And as soon as like it was like 10 a.m. hit, like we refreshed the page and like clicked go and or sign up or whatever. And I ended up getting number 10 in line, and Josh ended up getting number 12 in line.
12, yes.
So, and that ended up, they contacted us like 24 hours before the concert and said, hey, yeah, congratulations, you secured number 10th in line and number 12 in line. So that got us in the
exact spot.
Yeah, and they made sure like 100%. They're like, they put our number on our wristband and made sure we were in line. And they were
really good about it.
They were really strict
really
and very like, didn't matter if I had 10 and Josh had 12. If there was 11 in between us, then that's the way that it was gonna work. It didn't matter, whatever. They had a way of doing things. So, but yeah, so we ended up getting to the barricade and got to meet a lot of Linkin Park Underground members that were really nice.
They were really
and,
awesome.
Secured our spot, and the girl that was standing next to me,
she was really nice.
She was super nice. She's a young tiny little thing, and standing next to me, really kind of shy, but she had these drumsticks that she custom made.
That was really interesting
for their new drummer Colin.
I thought there was no way.
I know, right? She was like, she was like, well, I'm really hoping that like they glow in the dark and they're the same brand that he uses. I was just really hoping to like, maybe he walks off stage at the end of the night and I wave at him and he comes down and grabs him or whatnot.
Right.
So Josh leaves for like all of like 10 minutes.
I went to go get food.
to go get food. And like, I mean, I'm talking 10 seconds.
I'm not that mad because I at least saw him when I got
yeah,
there.
But like, I'm talking 10. He missed this interaction by like 10 seconds. But so anyway, so at the barricade, we're literally at the stage where there's like a little walkway from the upper deck down to the lower deck. And we're just, it's like 4:30, 5 o'clock. The concert doesn't even start till 7. They haven't even opened up general admission yet. We're all just standing there at the barricade. There's nothing going on. And I turn my head and boom, Colin, the drummer, is right in front of me. And comes up to this girl because she waves at, like, he just came down to like do something or grab something off of a table, just wearing his normal clothes, just like, and everybody in the LPU was like, dude, Colin's right here. We're like, what the hell? So like he came down and then she like waved the sticks at him and he's like, oh, and then took him out, looked at him and was like, thank you. And it was like, I was like, dude was right there. I was like, hey, what's up, man? So got a picture of that, and like literally I turned my head as Colin's walking to the left and Josh is to my right, and I'm like, look.
Yeah, I saw it.
I was like, you missed. I was like, it was all of like a 15-second interaction, but I was like, he's right here.
Yeah.
And then the only other interaction that we had was like in the middle of the concert, Mr. Hahn,
Joe Hahn.
Yeah, Joe. He comes down.
The DJ.
He comes down with his like camera and stuff to take pictures of the audience because that's just what he's been doing on the tour because he's the equipment. Like he does all the photography and videography and stuff.
It's his hobby.
Yeah, he likes doing that stuff. So he comes down and he's like going around like the LPU around the barricade taking photos and stuff, and he didn't have like any lights and stuff on him, so you couldn't really see. But all of a sudden, like I looked over to my left, and I'm like, "Oh shit, Joe's walking towards us." So Josh and I like put our hands. I was like, "Well, what's up, Joe?" And he just looked at us and said, "Hey guys," and waved at us. I was like, "Hey, Joe, say hi to us."
It was a fantastic concert.
Yeah, it was fun.
They opened up with My December, like playing it over the speakers before they did the actual countdown or during the countdown. And the crowd was absolutely just loud.
Oh, yeah, it was so nice.
It was so good. I got video of that. It was really an interesting moment because I didn't know this. The history of My December, which is mine and Alex's song from Linkin Park, was recorded in Nashville. Yep. And it was their
and then it was debuted
anniversary.
Literally like the next day after
they wrote it. It was like their 20-something anniversary, I don't remember. 24 years. It's 24?
24.
It was 24 years.
Yeah, 24 years.
Yep, 24 years ago they recorded it like right down the street in Nashville and then performed it live there.
Which is so weird because Josh and I had brought a sign that we hung on the barricade that said 23 years together because of Lincoln Park or whatever,
Yep.
and decorated it and whatnot. Which we did get like, hey,
We got some
we
waves.
got some waves
By
at it.
both Emily and
Emily
Mike.
and Mike saw it, so I
Yeah.
was like, oh,
I would have loved if Phoenix would have looked at the crowd.
He just is kind of in his own element.
Yeah, he never looked out.
He's kind of like always just kind of like got his eyes closed and digging his music.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
like, that's what he
and he looks
does.
at his bandmates. He doesn't look at the crowd.
Yeah. That's,
it might be some kind of like
who knows? It's
stage performance.
He's
awareness
not really
or whatever.
he's not really a crowd guy.
No,
so.
no. But we were stood right where they would take breaks.
Oh yeah,
when they would go off the
every
stage,
single
they'd
time they took a break, we were right there, like
seeing him.
they
About
like
10
walked
feet away
down.
from
Yeah,
us.
maybe 10 feet away.
So by the end of the concert, I think I was just like, what's the word? Desensitized by it all. I'm like, I'm literally hanging out with my band. It's so crazy.
It was. That's. I wouldn't say
we're at-
desensitized. It's more like just kind of like.
I'm not awestruck as I was.
Well, because
when
you're
we-
not seeing them for the very first time.
Yeah, at this point it was our what?
I mean, that's just. I
sixth?
mean, that's kind of like how it is when we see From Ashes to New. Like, I still get like the
Oh, duh, I
the
get
butterflies
pumped, man.
seeing
Heck
them and
yeah.
stuff, just because
Don't
like
get me wrong.
they're super cool, and then I
Right.
try not to be all fanboy about it. At the same time,
And they
but, like,
talk to you like
I
you're
know,
one of
and I get
them.
all like ushy gushy about it, but like, but still at the same time, I kind of just stand there, and like by the time we actually get to talk, it's like, as if I hang out
Hey,
with the guys.
see?
So-
I gotta put something in my phone for something else. But anyways, so that was night one.
yeah.
Was Lincoln Park.
So, but the funny story that we didn't talk about is when we first got to our hotel. So we got to our hotel room, and there was a couple things that we just didn't like about the room.
I
that
forgot
were
about this interaction already because of our
There was a
week.
couple things about the room that weren't working. Like, the phone was all staticky, so we wouldn't be able to call anybody for an emergency. So I didn't like that. And then there was like a curtain. The curtain wasn't moving properly. We didn't like that. And then there was like a couple light bulbs that were out. And I'm like, I don't want to mess with it. Let's just see if we can get another room. And what room was that? 201 or something like that?
It was the second floor.
Sure, we'll say 201. And so I go downstairs and I'm like, hey, there's just a handful of things wrong with the room. And he's like, okay, no problem. I'll get you another one on like another floor. So gets me another key. So I left Josh upstairs in the room. So and I just like walked down the stairs. It was not a large hotel. So I walk up the stairs and I'm following this couple up the stairs, and I'm just following not right behind them, with maybe about like 7 feet behind them. And all of a sudden I'm walking, and then I see them stop at 201, and he like does the key thing, and I'm like, what the hell, isn't this my room? And like at the same time he does the key thing,
I just had a feeling
Josh
you were at
opens
the
the
door.
door.
I opened it wide
It scares
open.
the shit out of this couple.
And they scare the shit out of me.
And like it was like at the exact same time. It's like Josh had a hand on the door to open it, and the dude like puts his key like in the door to open it. And it's just Josh just looks like, hello, and this guy's like 201. He's like, this is 201. He's like, this is not my room. And then he looks down. He's like, oh, 401 or something.
Yeah,
Like
he was
just,
like a floor away.
he was like a floor or two above us, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, this is kind of awkward.
He's like, this is not my room. And I was like, well, this kind of isn't
I'm
my
like, this
room
kind of isn't our
either.
room either. We're leaving.
We're leaving.
You can have it if you want.
I did say we're leaving this room because they were moving.
But it
us
was
to
funny
another
because they were
room.
like total Midwesterning people like us. So it was like this really like, I don't know, friendly passerby interaction. They were probably like, I don't know, within a decade.
and we
older
never
than
saw
me.
them again.
And then we never saw them again. But it was a funny story.
Yeah. So what was interesting was the next day we found out that the Vikings were playing in Nashville.
Yeah. So
found that on a whim.
very ironically,
Yeah.
I was like, hey,
I
guess-
didn't even think
I said, guess what? Because what we did, the only thing we had planned,
was Lincoln Park.
like in stone, was that we were seeing Lincoln Park on Thursday night.
and we had our hotel
That was
for
it.
so many days.
And then that we were gonna stay the weekend, and the plan was like over the weekend we were for sure gonna be going down on Broadway and hanging out at night. Like that's really it. I didn't want to make any like legit in stone stuff other than the concert, just because things just don't typically tend to go right when we fill the schedule, right? So we wake up on Friday morning and I'm like, hey, Josh, next door, the Vikings are just got their preseason game. You want to go see the Vikings? And then on top of that, because for one, it's the Titans Stadium, and for two, it's preseason. So we got ridiculously cheap, basically front row parking.
We sure
or not
did.
front row parking, front row seats.
Seating. We got 9 rows back.
Yeah, it was 9 rows back on the 20, and got to basically just like. We were basically on the field, like is what it felt like.
We saw what the field
so
was like.
we had like Justin Jefferson being interviewed right in front of us.
We found out we don't really like being on the field.
Yeah,
that was
at least a good experience for like $50 a ticket. Was being like,
you don't want to be there.
And there's people that like to be like right there on the field watching the game.
Close action, I don't know.
But
you almost don't know what's happening.
Yeah, you almost can't
on
really
the other side of the
really
field.
tell. So I think like at least a good middle or top section is kind of how you should watch the game.
Yeah, I agree.
Because that's how like you watch it on TV.
Yeah.
So you can actually see the entire field and from above where you can see the ball going places. We did get to experience a touchdown.
Yep,
so,
we saw one of the tight ends get a touchdown.
Yeah, so that was nice.
He's a wide receiver actually, but they were playing all of their fourth and third string.
I mean, we at least got to see like the players that weren't playing. You know, the players that are playing now. They were on the sideline, just like, "Hey, what's up?"
You saw Justin Jefferson, Hawkinson, Jones, JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, McCarthy was down at the far end.
We saw close-ups of Kevin O'Connell and Jefferson being interviewed right in front of us.
I was like, oh,
literally 20 feet away from us. Yeah. So we got a lot of close experiences.
The only downfall was that it was like 90 degrees and sunny. So we were sweating our asses off. But it was hot.
By the third quarter, we were good.
Yeah, the sun was going down.
Yeah.
So the awkward thing that's never happened to me is, so we're getting to the stadium, right? And we parked all the way on Broadway, and the walk. It's like a 20-minute walk. It's not bad.
Hey, we went and got Hattie B's before the game.
True, we
did. That was
good. We got Tennessee hot chicken or Nashville hot chicken, which is very good. And I got hot this time, and hot is actually hot. And I'm a person that likes hot and spicy food, and hot is actually hot. Like it actually burnt my lips.
It ruined you for a minute.
Nashville medium chicken is like what I would consider a typical restaurant hot chicken.
Yes, I agree.
So
you have to sign. I think you have to like say a waiver for their hottest.
I should have gotten a sample of it.
Oh no.
But yeah. So anyway, so we got that, and then after that, we walked from like basically all of Broadway down to the stadium, like across the river, and it's like just over a 20-minute walk, which for us isn't that bad. But what they don't tell you on the walk is that you have to like go, for one, walk the entire Broadway. But you're also going uphill, like at an angle for like a slope for like half a mile.
Yeah.
And so that hurt. So anyway,
workout.
so we got that in. And then so the awkward thing that happened is we get there, we find our seats, and we're like, you know what? Let's go to the bathroom real quick. So it's before the game started. So I'm literally just sitting down. Like I just plopped my butt on the toilet to pee. And the freaking national anthem comes on, and it's like,
do you stand?
Do I stand?
They say all rise.
Because the speakers are in the bathroom, right? So it's just like this. Everybody, like the entire like stadium, you can hear in the bathroom is silent, and you just hear the national anthem, and it's just me and one other lady in the bathroom. So I'm like, I just felt awkward, like, I'm just gonna pee. So I peed, got up, and I went to go wash my hands. I'm washing my hands, and she's still singing the national anthem. And then I walk out, and I see, literally as I'm walking out, I felt even more awkward because I walk out, and because there's TVs everywhere, and I see Josh right there by the water fountain, and like basically every other person with their hat off and their hand over their, like, just basically pause where you're at and have their hand over their heart. And I'm like, I just peed, and I'm like, do I keep walking, or do I come and stand by you? And like,
no, yeah, you stood right next to me while we were.
It was like the last 5 seconds of the song, and I'm like, what do I do?
It was okay though, because like I was actually being a good example. People kept on walking. I stood right.
Oh well, you must have stopped people, because I like walked out and there was like
a
nobody
lot of
walking.
people.
Everybody was watching the TVs, and I was like, I'm sorry, I just got off the
lot of
toilet.
I surely did. I was like, oh, I'm gonna honor this and just stand here and wait, because I knew you were right there. So I wasn't too worried about it.
So yeah, that was weird having people stare at me as I'm walking out of the bathroom. Like,
Oh,
oops.
yeah.
So yeah, the game was fun. We didn't stay the entire time because we knew that we needed to get back, get changed, and whatnot to go downtown.
We knew we weren't gonna win. We didn't think we were gonna win anyway. We saw a couple of field goals.
Didn't matter.
Yeah, it was. It's like
we just wanted to be there to be there.
Experience it.
So we did that. We went back to the hotel, changed into our going out clothes.
We almost didn't go out. I remember us saying, "Hey, maybe we
did."
Oh yeah.
I
was like,
remember
"No,
that
we're
part.
doing it. We're doing it. I was like, "We're sticking to it," and we had a blast. We started the night.
Friday night. I mean, Thursday night was Lincoln Park. Friday night was
football.
It was football and
bars.
And it was. We ended up making it an exciting night, making the most of it, and we basically just started at this hop up Broadway and said, all right, well, my dad and then a handful of people from work said, hey, if you're gonna start somewhere, start at Tootsie's. It's a great bar. So I was like, okay. So we went into Tootsie's first. So basically on Broadway, it's this really long strip. If you've never been to Nashville, it's a really long strip. But basically after 7-8 o'clock at night, they pretty much block off the actual road because there's just so many people walking, and it's just an entire road of just one side. On the other side, it's all just lined with bars that are 3 to 4 stories high. Like there's bars on each level. And it's just full of food and vendors and music, and it's like a mini Las Vegas strip is what it looks like. So anyway, so we started with
it might be more populated.
Honestly, I think
from what I've been seeing.
From me being on the strip once when I was 13 compared to Nashville, I say Nashville's more popular than Vegas. So and that was
Vegas
even
is
back
just
then.
Expensive.
Yeah, it is. But anyway, so we ended up going into Tootsie's, got in there. And then there's no cover at all either because the drinks are ridiculous.
That's what was weird.
Yeah, well, it's because the drinks are ridiculous, and I think it also slows down the people going in and out.
We went to Chicago bars. We went to LA bars.
Yeah, but
drinks
this is different.
Were still expensive.
I know, but this is
the
different.
Same level. Actually.
I don't think they'd get enough more attention if they charge cover plus because I think Nashville, Broadway, you're meant to bar hop. So there's no point in charging cover for every single bar that you go to because, then people won't go. So anyway, you go in and out, and it looks like a lot of people, and it is, but honestly, it's not that bad. You basically just they scan your ID and boom, you go in.
Deceiving.
And and you also think, oh, it's Nashville. It's gonna be nothing but country music. No, it's not. It's everything.
Yeah.
Each floor was a different type of music or dancing
vibe.
In every single bar.
Yep.
But yeah, so Tootsie's, we go in there. We make it all the way up to the top floor. They basically had first floor was just a hangout. Second floor was a live band. Third floor I think was the top, and third floor was a live band in the balcony. So we just went out on the balcony. Took it all in and was like, let's just go hang out, and got our drinks and hung out in the live bar section, which was at first playing country music.
Yeah.
And then the most miraculous thing happened. So it's a band, and you can also go on their app and give them money to play certain songs that they know how to play, kind of thing, which is I think pretty cool.
Yeah.
And they said, well, this is a first, so someone just paid us. It was $20 or $50 or something ridiculous. He's like, well, I hope you guys like rock music. Yeah, I think it was 50. All right, well, this is a first, for Tootsie's or something. I hope you guys like rock music. Because someone just paid us $50 to play Down with the Sickness from Disturbed.
God, that was so
And what's
crazy.
funny is so the bar is it's definitely really small, but and it's crowded person to person, and it's full of a lot of bachelorettes. With their little crowns and stuff on, and their cowgirl boots, and it looks like they're there for a really good time to listen to country music and stuff. And then you just have a bunch of just dudes with their people, just chilling and having the drink. So they start playing Disturbed, and then the girls clear the floor, and all the guys are like, "Whoa, we got Disturbed!" So then the band realizes, we're getting the bar moving here with a bunch of guys playing rock music. So right after that, they play Beastie Boys, and then right after that, they're like, "Oh shit." They start playing Lincoln Park, and I was like, "Holy shit, we're playing Lincoln Park now!" So it was just it was pretty fun.
It was a good time.
the next thing that kind of moves the night along is while we're in that bar, there's the table that's in front of us has probably about 5 or 6 guys, about 10 years younger than us, having a good time drinking. It's just a group of guys, but I realized they're singing and dancing and moving their heads and whatnot to the same rock music we are, and they started singing so loud when Linkin Park came on, and I was like, somebody walked past Josh, like, when the rock music was on, he had just gotten a drink that was part of that party, and he was like, am I in the right bar or something? Like, and we're like, yeah, you are now. And when we were just having a little conversation, and then the same guy had looked at me during, like, while we were singing Linkin Park, and we were singing, like, to each other kind of thing, and I flashed him my Linkin Park tattoo on my wrist, and he's like, oh shit. So Josh went to go get another drink, and one of the buddies at that table turned around and just casually started talking to me, and I was like, realized that basically that was a bachelor party. They're from Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
They've never been there before. They are doing a bar hopping thing. This is their first night there. This is their first bar, and basically in the exact same scenario we are. And I was like, oh, sounds great. So we just, talked about football, talked about this, and then it was, all right, well, we're going to go check out another bar. And I'm like, okay, where are you going? He's like, I don't really know. This is the first bar, and we're just kind of bar hopping. And he's like, do you guys want to tag along? And I'm like, hell yeah, we do. We're just kind of here all by ourselves. Mm-hmm. So we ended up tagging along and following this bachelor party around the entire night, which ended up being a blast because they were really as cool. Lost as we were and just checked out different bars. Yeah. So it was a lot of fun. We actually ended up making a friend.
Making a couple of friends there. I remember being at, I think it was Aldean's. And
Jason Aldean.
Yeah, that's when you were like showing them like your Chansey tattoo and stuff.
We ended up having like a ridiculous amount of things in common.
Talking about gaming.
And I'm like, do you know how hard it is to give out my phone number to anybody, especially a stranger? Like, usually I'll give out like my social media and things like that. But like, since they were by the end of the night, it was like 3 a.m. and we're all, we drank and stuff. And I'm like, I wasn't drunk, so it wasn't stupid. But, we had been drinking.
It wasn't that late.
Well, then it was at least 2:30.
It was late.
But anyways, we had been down there for a while, and we were sitting down in a karaoke bar with one of the people from the party, and again, just one thing after another, finding the stuff in common, like video games and movies. I was like, dude, we need to play. And then I found, at the same exact time, we both kind of stopped and go, well, it's getting late, and asked at the same time, like, are you guys coming down tomorrow? Like, kind of thing. We're like, yeah, we're doing the exact same thing tomorrow. And he's like, sure, do you want to meet up tomorrow and do the same thing? I was like, that's fine. Here's my number.
Oh, man.
So I was like, do you know how hard it is to give out my number?
Yeah, we didn't really have anything else planned the rest of the weekend other than just going downtown both nights. So it was just a blast doing it.
Yeah.
We parked in the same parking lot that we stuck around with. We knew the area pretty well.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It doesn't take long to actually explore and get to know the area for sure.
Night 3, we have a story that was very interesting. We went into, I believe, what was the one that had the roped off area, and one of the guys in the bachelor party was sitting at the bar trying to get a drink.
Oh, that was Jason Aldean.
Okay, Jason Aldean.
That was Jason Aldean's
We
bar.
wanted to go up to the roof at that one.
Yeah,
for some
that
reason,
one took like 45 minutes to get up there.
For some reason, every single bar we went to, the group we went with wanted to go to the top.
Everybody wanted to go to the balcony.
I don't care about the roof. I can stay inside.
Well, I mean, I will say that's where a lot of the action is.
I wouldn't
dancing
say so.
And drinking.
No.
I'd say a lot of it. Well, it's not hot.
It wasn't actually hot in the bars.
The second floor where we were staying, where this story's about to happen.
Yeah, you don't hang out in that area.
I guess, yeah.
That bar was there for the passerbys for the long-ass line to get up to the roof. I could care less about going to a roof of any bar. If it has a club inside, that's fine. I was cool with that. That place also had a downstairs is where I found that Dallas Cowboys trash can.
That's true. That technically had 4 floors.
It did, yes. So we were on the second floor, and we were in line to get up to the roof, and this line wraps, and they actually have ropes and like security guards allowing a certain amount of people through so that it doesn't get too packed on the roof, which is actually great.
It's a great idea.
It's a great idea, and it keeps.
But there's constantly people coming down and constantly people going up.
Yep.
So it's not, you don't wait forever. But I mean, it just so happened to be like Saturday night. So Friday night we were able to do whatever going in and out, but Saturday it took probably about 45 minutes to get up to the roof. I about wanted to leave. I was like, I'm not doing this.
I said that this was line simulator.
It was.
I was seriously standing in line for like half the night. It felt
but
like.
we got
separated.
We got separated from the most of the group, except one guy stayed with us.
Yeah.
And around the roped area, so that way you don't get bored. There's a bartender like at every floor that you walk by and you stand in front of.
Yep.
And he's like, but there's also 20 other people trying to get drinks. So I'm sitting there wearing my booby dress that night, and he's like over the bar trying to get the bartender's like attention. He's like, I just want a tequila. So I was like, I just turned around and saw he was having a hard time. I'm like, what you want? He's like, I just want tequila. I'm like, okay. I turned around and like locked eyes for 2 seconds with the bartender.
That's not, no. 2 minutes for him, 20 seconds for you. I counted.
No,
Well, right after you took his card, the bartender helped one person that they were already helping at the other end and walked down and saw you. Yeah. That was 20 seconds.
Yeah. So basically saw me and she was like skipped other people and was like, what you want? And I was like, I want a tequila. Okay, coming up. It pays for it. I hand him the tequila and I would go, there you go. He's like, thanks.
He literally rolled his eyes and said, took her 20 seconds.
Right.
I laughed my ass off.
I was like, boobies pay sometimes.
And that was a chick bartender.
It doesn't matter.
It's so crazy.
It does not matter if it's
so
a chick
crazy.
or not.
I don't get it. Why is that a thing? I don't get it.
I don't know. It works.
But we discovered a couple of things while we were downtown that night for the night 3 was that there was a Taco Bell bar.
There's an actual like most of the bars are named after like singers or mostly singers.
We saw the Coyote Ugly was getting like nobody there.
Yeah, I know. It's
kind of weird how that was like. That must have been like a thing in the 90s.
Around the corner off of Broadway, there is an actual like Taco Bell, but it's a Taco Bell bar. So it sells Taco Bell with alcoholic beverages.
Slushies.
Taco Bell slushies, like the
Baja
great. Blast slushie.
I would
alcohol.
get a Baja Blast tequila. Something that'd have been perfect. I think Patrick would go ape shit for that. Like I think that would be like our jam is go to Taco Bell, get ourselves a couple quesadillas and a couple of those cantinas. Woo, that'd been great.
Speaking of Taco Bell, we got Brian in the chat saying about to see what the hype is on this chili cheese burrito.
Oh, is it finally out in your area? Because we've had it the entire time. Enjoy your $3
meat tube.
Yeah, meat tube. There you go. Thank you. But right across the street from the Taco Bell bar was Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg's club called The Spot.
Which you can't find. It's like
it's a hole in the wall.
It's a hole in the wall, and people the only reason we knew Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg had a bar was by mouth.
Yeah.
Like people are like, oh, we should go to Snoop Dogg's bar. I'm like, where is it? You can't like Google it or anything. Like we tried and like you can't find it. And we were standing by the Taco Bell bar and someone heard us talking about it. Like, I think it's like right here. And we turned around and all the bars except this one have this bright, shiny, like Jason Aldean bar, Post Malone's bar, Tootsie's. You turn around, it's this like dark hole in the wall.
It's a dark club.
It's a dark, like private looking club that says The Spot. And you don't go up. You can't go up. You only go down. You go down like 3 floors.
Three sets. No,
two.
Two
Sets of
you go
stairs.
down one, then down one again.
Yeah.
And then
it's
below.
all quiet.
Yeah.
And dark,
and
but it's
then
like
you turn the corner.
You turn the corner, and then it's like you've got Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg music kind of playing. It's all like, but it's more like a lounge, like lounge. It's not a boomcha 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 kind of bar. It's like a loungy bar that's kind of like upscale and like private and but it's cool looking.
It is very cool looking. I'm really happy that we went and saw at least the bars that we did and experienced what we did because we know we're gonna make this an annual thing. It's gonna be good. What's up?
Brian says, "Yep," and it's mediocre.
I saw that while you were talking. I read that. I cannot believe that that's your response to something that Patrick's been hyping up his entire fucking life.
You know what? Patrick can have his
he can have it.
Chili cheese
have
burrito.
It's okay. You can have.
Somebody needs to be obsessed with it,
right?
But I will tell you, like when we talk about Taco Bell in our chat at work, people say the exact same thing. Everybody says, "Oh my god!" But I can't wait for them to bring back, and they'll say like this special thing that's never been on, like hasn't been on the menu forever.
That we don't eat.
That we don't eat. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I can't wait for this to come back. And like,
We used to get the
so
empanada.
Taco Bell has a thing. So it might have been one night they put a little crack in Patrick's chili cheese burrito, and he's been
Hey,
hooked.
I'm not gonna lie. The first couple times I had it was great, and now I can't eat
Well,
it. They don't make
I'll
it
tell
right.
you that the what's the thing I usually get, the cheesy gordita crunch.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I mean, I could eat those every single day. I mean, now it just doesn't taste the same.
It's heavier.
It's that, but it's like I don't know. The taste isn't as like mouthwatering.
That used to be your go-to.
like I was like
taco.
I give an arm for that, and now it's like okay, this is kind of trash.
Well, maybe we'll
but
get it tonight. And you're gonna change your mind.
maybe I
Yeah.
don't know. Anyways,
That does sound good. Anyway, we might do
see
that.
for me, it's been the double decker taco.
He talks that one up, and I've had that. It's not, it's
See,
another one of those.
everybody has their
gotta
own
have your
thing
own
from
thing.
Taco Bell.
It's
Mine,
okay,
mine
you can
is
have your thing.
mine is the not the mine's the cheesy gordita crunch.
Mine is the Cantina chicken quesadilla or the soft potato taco. That's a good one. Ooh, the potato taco is really good. I like that one.
Everybody's got their thing. Oh,
And-
and I really like that they're bringing back the empanada.
It's out now. We could have gotten it. We've been able to.
That right there reminds me of when we were dating.
Yeah, me too.
Because
we
that's
get a chicken
we-
quesadilla,
we- yeah,
a Baja Blast, is
Baja
for me,
Blast.
with a hard taco or soft taco
Yeah.
for me,
and an empanada, and then we would like share
Split it.
the empanada as like a little like dessert.
Yep.
We would have be on the roof.
Yep.
We ate it on the roof over here watching the stars.
Yeah, I remember that. It's when we were dating.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm,
You did that.
I did.
Yeah. When you set things up like that, it's very sweet. So yeah, that was our trip to Nashville. The drive back was fine.
Yeah,
We
there
can't
wasn't
complain.
anything like too exciting. Like honestly, for a 6-hour drive, it goes by fast.
Oh yeah, yeah. You and I were, just listening to the podcast on the way back. It was a good time. But I think we're gonna make that an annual trip sometime.
Yeah, definitely.
whatever.
I regret not like knowing about Nashville,
Younger.
like and what.
But we knew. We just didn't know.
So I told our new friend in our group. I said, this is 2 times now that a city is painted a different picture through movies and social
Yeah.
media.
Oh, I agree.
That we have completely like I never ever in my I mean I've said it out loud. I don't ever want to go to New York City. I don't ever want to go to New York City. What did we do? Literally
Last
a
year.
year ago, almost today.
Yeah.
Like, what did we do? We said Lincoln Park is back, and it's their second show ever, and it's, you know what? It's 11-hour or 10-hour drive.
It's a 10-hour drive.
Do
Yeah.
you want to go to New York City? Fuck yes, I do. All right, let's go. Any other fucking reason in the entire world? No, I never wanted to go to New York City. I know
Yep.
people talk it up, and I was like, no, I'm not going to New York City. I have no interest in going. So we get there, and it is absolutely nothing like it's painted to be, or at least the areas that we went to.
Not the hotel, or not the island that we
Okay,
stayed on.
Okay, Staten Island is a piece of shit. Sorry if you're from Staten Island, but we were in a wrong area, or at least some part of the area. We're like, now this is what I think New York is supposed to look like. Like we're gonna die.
Brooklyn's
Like,
beautiful.
it was like our hotel was a little beam of light in a city of trash. Like that's exactly what I'm sorry if you're from that area, and maybe there's beautiful spots, but driving to our hotel and everywhere else around, I'm like, we're gonna fucking die. Like, it was horrible.
Even the cab drivers
Even
and the
the-
Uber drivers
I
were
was
gonna
like-
kill us.
Like we had our phones out on 911. It was that bad. So, but anyway,
Oh,
so
shit.
like, but yes, Brooklyn, absolutely gorgeous. Manhattan, gorgeous. And everything, like, I don't know. It just did not, like, Brooklyn was very, like, residential.
Very nice.
Like, people out walking their dogs and kids everywhere. And I'm like, this is, like, not the way that I ever, like, saw it pictured. So New York was completely different. Nashville, I just think a bunch of
country.
country
That's it.
hillbilly kind of folk, like
Southern accent.
Southern accent, and that's not what it is.
Never saw
It's not. I don't think
I don't think we ever ran anybody with a Southern
Nope.
accent.
But is it cowgirls, boots, and buckles and things like that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. But it's for fashion.
And it looks great.
It is not because these people work on a farm and wear the boots. Like that's your South Dakota type people. This is more like you're wearing the designer boots, the designer buckle, the designer hat, and you're out there. Like I wore 2 dresses. And honestly, if I would have worn just the dress and heels, I actually would have been not dressed properly. But the fact that I wore cowgirl boots and slapped a cowgirl hat on my head with the dress,
you look good.
I fit right in.
Yeah, and you had to tell everybody that you were introduced to, like, this is
I
not
was
me.
like, everybody I got introduced to at the bar, I was like, this, by the way, what you see here is not what the package really is. I was like, underneath all this, I am not this.
You're a rocker.
Like,
you go and
I have never bought cowgirl boots and a hat,
Yeah.
but this is the one and only time and the only pair I will ever own.
maybe you're gonna step it up.
No.
Yeah, you never know. So the next thing I gotta talk about is my Texas trip happened literally 12 hours after we got back from Nashville is when I had to have an entirely packed suitcase and everything ready to go to fly to Dallas, Texas. And this is the first time I had flown since COVID. So I didn't know what to expect as far as what TSA was going to be like and the way the airport was going to be like. Nothing's fucking changed. It's the
Really?
same.
It's all the same?
Nothing's changed. Check-in's the same. Nothing's changed. In fact, I think check-in's faster. I got through the lines really quick every time. Never really had an issue. I think it's fine. There's nothing wrong with the check-in system now. Everything's pretty quick and they're pretty nice at least. And
Nice where you went.
Fort Wayne and Dallas. I can just say those are the 2 airports I went to. So Dallas was at least good too. They were fine. They were accommodating and yeah, they actually okay. So here's the weird thing. Fort Wayne told me to not take anything out of my book bag. Dallas told me to take all my big screen electronics out. So I don't know. Maybe they're running 2 different scanners.
It's probably
so.
all just depending on.
But still,
for
they
one,
changed it. No shoes. You wear the shoes now.
Oh, you don't have to take your shoes.
You don't take your shoes off.
What about your belt and stuff?
They'll do hand scanners for that. You do full body scans, and they don't care about your belt. They request
That was
no
like
metal.
the most ridiculous thing. Like flying
shoes
and stuff
thing
was
was
the
weird.
shoe thing.
Yeah.
Like oh, make sure you take off your shoes. Like, do you know how disgusting that is? Like, ew.
Yeah.
And then you have to walk through. And then what if you're running like that one time you and I thought we were running late in Chicago, and I was still trying to put my belt on, I'm still trying to tie my shoes, and you're trying to walk out away from me, and I'm like, I'm still tying my damn shoes. Like,
I know it was such a wreck for getting through TSA. I think that's why it's faster now. But when you and I were saying bye to each other, that was so sad. We were like,
it was.
So
It was the
depressed.
first time in. Hold on, wait. We've been in for 23 years. So 20. First time in 20 years.
No. There was a time I went to South Dakota for like Christmas without you.
Not for a week.
Yeah, it was pretty long.
I doubt it.
It was without you. Yeah, it's when I lived in Fort Wayne. My parents bought a plane ticket.
I just don't remember that.
It was. Yeah.
If it was that, then it's been 19 years
It's
because
been
you
a
only lived here
very-
1 year.
Yeah.
It's been 19 years since we've been that far apart from each other for that long.
Yeah, agreed.
So yeah, it was. I know that sounds like
It doesn't sound like much for most
pathetic.
people because not a lot of
A
people.
lot of
have
people I would see on
what
like
we
TikTok are like,
have.
"Woohoo, the husband's gone! Like I get a break," or "Woo, the wife's gone! I get a break." Josh and I were like, "I'm not gonna fucking sleep.
No,
I'm not like I didn't sleep. I didn't eat. I was extremely sick."
I lost 10 pounds on the trip.
Yeah, Josh goes down to Texas for 5 days.
I eat nothing
he-
but restaurant food every day.
And brisket and potatoes.
Brisket. I had beautiful food.
like all
I had local Texas Roadhouse, local cheddars. It's great.
And then he comes back and he loses 10 pounds. And I'm like, I'm over here losing 10 pounds because I'm sick on the couch. And he's not here to feed me.
I was sick too. Don't get me wrong. Alex and I were both literally sick after our Nashville trip. Alex lost
Mine
her
kicked
voice
in like
on the way
3,
home.
like it was 3 hours at least. Like it was like I remember halfway through the trip home from Nashville, I had woken up that morning and I had a little tickle in my throat.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's fine, whatever. You know, it's probably from screaming at the Linkin Park concert. It's probably for talking and screaming really loud at the football game, and it's probably from talking over everybody like super loud over the music at the bars for 2 nights in a row. So I just figured, oh, I'm losing my voice because it's been a weekend.
Yeah.
And 3 hours into the trip, I like almost completely lost it. I could barely talk. I started coughing. Monday morning when I'm dropping Josh off at the airport, I'm like, wow, I'm really starting to kind of cough now, not feel like good. And I've about lost my voice completely. Monday night, my voice is completely gone.
Yeah.
My throat is swollen. I have aches and chills. I have a mild fever. And by Tuesday morning at 4:30 in the morning, I'm in the ER.
Yeah.
Like I could barely breathe. I had pus on the back of my throat. My tonsils were so inflamed. I'm coughing and I feel like absolute shit. And was like debating. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go to the ER for like a sore throat. And I could just wait like 5 more hours and go to a walk-in clinic. But I sat there for a half an hour and I was like, I feel bad.
Yeah.
So I went and they ended up giving me like a steroid shot and to help with like the swelling, and basically said, here's some cough medicine, go home. They put me on the wrong cough medicine.
They did.
Because it actually made
it
made it worse.
Yeah.
Or either that or it wasn't working at all. I couldn't sleep. I didn't sleep more for like 5 days straight, 5 or 6 days straight, actually. I never slept more than 2 to 4 hours a day. So by the time I picked Josh up from the airport on Friday evening, I had slept a total of like a night's worth of sleep inside of a week.
And you know what you did that night?
I slept.
You slept.
So 1, I slept because you were here.
Yeah.
2, I had gone back to the hospital or like a walk-in clinic Friday morning, basically even worse, and the steroid had worn off, and I'm like, fucking help me. And she's like, well, why'd they put you on this medication? I'm like, I don't know. Put me on the right one.
Right.
They didn't test me for like COVID or flu. She said COVID was going around like crazy, but there was no point in testing me for it because no matter what, if I was positive, for 1, she knew I worked from home. For 2, she knew I didn't have really any contact other than my brother and my husband, and I had already been with my husband. So she's like, "There's no point in testing you. We're not even gonna. There's nothing to treat you with.
Right.
So unless you really want to be tested," and I was like, "No, whatever, it's fine."
Yep.
So, but they gave me the cough meds that helped, but I'm probably like 90, even right now. Like this 2.5 weeks, just about 2.5 weeks in, and I'm like 95% better.
Yeah.
Like I still have a cough.
Yeah. And for me, when I was in Texas, I was like, I was feeling like right around Tuesday night, I was starting to feel sick. I was like, I am 1,000 miles away from home. There's no fucking way I am going to a hospital. I need to kick this right away. Next day, my boss was like, hey, we got to go to Target. We went to Target almost every single fucking day we were there because she needed something. I was like, fine, I'll get something while I'm there too. And I picked up some Airborne and started taking that. I was like, how many times can I take this? I can only take it once a day.
Yeah, too many vitamins.
So I started Wednesday. The main thing I was looking for was zinc. And Airborne has 100% zinc. And Emergency only has like 12% of your daily value. I was like, I'm not taking multiple emergencies to overdose on vitamin C. I'm going to take Airborne and get what I need. So I did that, and that probably pulled me out. Like, there's no... by Wednesday night, it was the first time I took it, I think, or was it Tuesday night? I don't remember which night I took it first.
I think it was the second night. It was Tuesday.
Tuesday night. So Wednesday night, I woke up in the middle of the fucking night at like 2:30 in the morning just feeling like crap. And I'm like, I am not good. I still have a whole other full day here and then flying the next day. Like, I was not in good shape. As much as I was trying to enjoy the trip and the experience, most of the stuff that we did there was doing interviews of people in the area that work in our division, and then also doing photos of people on site of the construction sites of stuff, just because we want photography and things like that for all of our marketing material. And we were also doing interviews about some big deals that are going on down there. So it's really going to be good for the brand in a sense for our job. And it's just going to expand us even more. And yeah, it was a very interesting, it was an interesting trip. I got to see the area. Didn't get to see the Cowboy Stadium, unfortunately, but I did get to see if Brian, you're one of those people that gets like kind of panicky on like flights and stuff. I got panicky on the road because Dallas's interchanges are insane. If you ever want to look up the worst interstate or highway interchanges, look at Dallas Fort Worth. They have stacks on stacks of interchanges and
Yeah,
different.
Josh showed me a picture, and I was like,
I-
and most of the time, like when we have to drive in that type of a city, he makes me drive because I tend to be
Right.
much better
Yeah.
at handling that. But I looked at
Mhm.
that and I was like, oh, like, that's a different beast.
It was something else.
Yeah, Josh came up with a term apparently called the Texas turn.
The Texas turn, where people go from one lane and over 3 lanes to take a opposite turn. Like, for example, if you're in the left lane, you need to get over to the right, and you're all the way on the left, you don't give a fuck. You go over 3 lanes and take that right away. It happens so much. I started just my boss and I were pointing it out. We're like, oh my god, people just go over. They don't care. They just go. I have never seen such bad traffic, dented cars, and wrecks. Like, I couldn't believe it.
Living in Chicago and stuff too, and like that, they're aggressive. As soon as you get over the Indiana and Illinois border, it's like boom, like the traffic changes.
What'd your dad say on the chat
See,
there?
Dad says I drove those roads, Josh, in 84, 85. I hate it.
The thing is, I wonder how much they've added since then, and I also want to add to the fact that you did that without any specific electronic
Yeah,
GPS.
you didn't have any GPS.
So to know that, I give you applause. I give my parents applause for what they've done.
I still don't know
before
how our
GPS.
parents were able to
The way they
get
traveled.
from one place to another
My parents
without
drove
GPS.
through Chicago almost every few months when we were living here, when my family was living here, to go see family back in Minnesota. We went through Chicago so much. I loved it being in the passenger seat because I love seeing the big city, but I couldn't believe they did it with no GPS.
Your dad
The
gets
GPS is
frustrated
the big-
now.
Yes.
With GPS.
Yes.
I can't imagine what it was like holding a piece of paper.
My mom,
A big ass piece of
my,
paper.
my mom was a very good navigator. Let me tell you. Yeah, there were times.
Like, I remember, like, just going to Ohio, like, to go visit our family in Akron. Like, my mom and dad would have, like, a map, and it would
Yeah.
have, like it kind of, like, mapped out, like they would have where they need to go, and, like
yes, pencil drawn,
pencil drawn and stuff. Because we're also, when we would go, we would take, like, 2 vans. It would be my grandma would take her van, and that would have, like, my uncles in it, and then my mom would take our van and would have us in it. So then we'd get split up, and
Oh, that was even worse. There was a time when my parents took a trip north in Minnesota, and all it was just taking a specific highway. We tried to do walkie-talkies, and they didn't work.
I think we did do that. We did do that one time. I do remember that one time. I don't know how.
I think it's because you're moving or something. It can't do I don't know what it was. Maybe you have to have a specific type of radio to do it right.
I
Did
guess
it work very well?
I do
Because
remember.
ours didn't.
I do remember using it one time. My grandpa had the walkie-talkie, and we talked for a little bit. But I do have a memory of that, because he was Papa Bear and I was like Baby Bear. It's what it was. Like, 'cause I remember my
Aw,
grandpa
that's
saying
cute.
that. But, yeah, but there was I don't know. Everybody talks about it. Like, there was the time he apparently, like, had the window open, and the wind grabbed his glasses and threw his glasses.
That was
on
that same trip?
Yeah.
Oh,
Apparently
okay.
it was at that same trip, and threw his glasses off, and they ended up finding them on the side of the road on, like, the Ohio Turnpike. So
Right.
I was like, how the hell did you do that? But okay.
But anyways, back to my Texas trip. I just want to say, wonderful food. If you ever want to get some good meaty barbecue out there are plenty of places to go that are great. Tried a good number of them. Yeah, it was a great experience for that. But I gotta say, like, it's people own their land, and there is, like, nothing on it, or they just let stuff fall apart on their land. It's a little desolate when you get out of the cities. It's not very, like, I don't know. I didn't get the vibe that I want to move to Texas. Let me say that.
That's like the first thing he said when he got off the plane and saw me and we were hugging. He was just like, we're not moving to Texas.
No, we're not. I'm
Like,
okay.
oh, okay.
I'm
Like,
okay with visiting.
that's fine.
I'll probably go down there again next year, or a little bit longer. Probably next year, to do more filming, because they want to do some more projects down there that are going to be worth me going down there, and we're going to do that. So that'll be an experience. Can't wait to have that whole thing go down. We got to move into some other stuff, like the NFL.
Yeah.
We got a lot to talk about in playing and watching. So let's just move right into football. I don't What a weekend. Let's start it off.
Wow.
Just
What a
everything.
week one of football.
Yeah, and you're here. That's coming from Alex.
That's coming from me, guys. This is actually every year I get a little excited
get
that
more and more.
it's like football season, but like Josh didn't get me into football until we got married.
Yeah,
and even then I was like,
we were kinda watching
it would
the
be
games.
on, but I still
Yeah.
wouldn't really watch it.
Yeah.
Like football's always been on in my life, but I've never actually like been into it. Yeah, my dad was a Colts fan for like a super long time, so the Colts were like always on, but I never really watched it. My mom's side of the family is like blood-born Browns fans, but have I ever really watched a game when I was younger? No,
No,
I just
you
knew.
didn't
I just
care.
knew who people liked. I did not give a shit. I didn't care.
Yeah.
I just go woohoo, touchdown Browns, woohoo, okay, woohoo, good
Yep,
job, yay,
yep.
we did it.
Exactly.
And then Josh actually started like really trying to teach me the game, like by watching, and
We're
so I was
still
like,
kind of learning together some of the
True,
some
but,
of
like,
the in-depth.
I still never
rules,
really
but-
got into it, but honestly, what really got me into learning and liking the game is when I started playing fantasy, because then you actually like it started to become like a video game. And I got more interested in it and trying to like, for one, I'm a really competitive person, so that helped.
And
so I
you
started
won
learning
your
about the
first year.
players and the.
You won your first
I
year.
did.
Of
I
fantasy.
ended up. I had no idea what I was doing, and I won the very first time I played fantasy. I won the belt. So I was like, everybody got pissed. I was like, I had no idea what I was doing, but I studied the players and the positions and like all that other stuff. So I was like, wow, I actually kind of like playing now. And then it was, wow, I actually really enjoy watching and learning about these different guys and what they do. And now this year is like, I told Josh like 2 weeks before football started, I'm like, I'm actually like legit super stoked to watch
Yeah.
football this year.
we're wondering. We're really like interested.
Like I actually know people's names and on certain teams. I'm still trying to get the whole NFC and like I'm still trying to learn that kind of stuff.
AFC and NFC.
I'm trying to still learn that stuff.
So the
but
AFC. What
you're
I
gonna
think,
tell me a million times. I'm
so
not
think of it
gonna
this
know.
way. Here's what I kind of take it as, and it's kind of branched out a little bit more, and it should be this way more. But I think of the AFC as a more Eastern conference, and the NFC as more of like
What
a
is a
Western,
conference?
a Western region or a Eastern region.
Why do they call it a
conference?
conference?
Because it's their conference, their division.
Why didn't they call it a division?
Actually, their division was
The
Okay,
NFD.
hold on. Okay, let's start. We're getting weird here. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I can't
Stop,
remember what
stop.
I can't associate it.
So don't chime in. Just listen. So you got your
You're
divisions.
telling me to shut up?
Shush. So you got your divisions, which consist of 4 teams. Let's just use the NFC North for an example. That would be the Lions, Packers,
I got
Bears, Vikings.
I got that.
That's our division.
That's ours. We have NFC
NFC North.
North.
Yes.
So
there's the NFC South, NFC East.
What does N mean?
Northern Football Conference.
Then why is there an
Or is it National Football Conference? Sorry, National Football Conference.
National Football Conference?
And the AFC is the American Football Conference. They used to not be the same league.
Why'd they separate?
They started separate, and they merged later on in the like 60s, 70s, I think.
So why isn't it just the NFC?
That's the NFL.
But why do we have the NFC and the AFC still?
Because there's pride. I don't know the entire answer to that.
Why can't it just be one thing?
That's to keep all the teams divided in specific brackets for the Super Bowl.
So are there teams that will never face each other?
No.
Then what? Why does it matter if there's brackets?
We will face the Tennessee Titans in 3 more years.
Why?
Because we saw them last year. Because they're in the AFC and we're in the
It's
NFC.
it's just because there's so many games and so many teams, so you can only face so
Or is
many
it 2 years?
people.
I think it's
so
every
many
2
times?
years. I don't know the actual cycle. I'm sorry.
But there's a cycle.
Yes.
So you face one team once every so many years?
Yes. Yes.
But you and I face the Vikings face the Lions and the Packers every year.
And the Bears.
And the Bears.
Twice. Because they're in our conference. They're in our division.
So, okay, so we face our division multiple times in
Yes.
the same year. But they throw in another conference
Yes.
just every so many?
Yes. That's the cycle.
Why?
So you don't face the same opponents every year. That's not entirely in your conference.
But
you need to be the best in your in your division.
Yeah.
To face the best in your division.
Yeah.
to beat the best in the other division. To represent your division.
So, and then the Super Bowl is the best of the NFC and the AFC together facing.
Yes, each other.
You've never explained it to me like that before, so
I'm
now I kind of get it.
It's not entirely
So there's
right.
There's three divisions. NFC North,
There's
NFC South, AFC.
No, stop. Let's just talk about the NFC: North, South, East, and West.
Oh, hold on. Now you're
Let me give you teams that are on each one. Okay.
okay.
So, for example, all right, this is great.
Hold on. Let me figure this out. Hold on. So we have, because I've got a map of America in my head right now. So we have NFC North, which is right here.
Ours makes sense.
Ours makes sense.
Ours does.
I get it.
A lot of others don't.
So what is the NFC South? What is the NFC South?
Let me put it this way: NFL standings. Here we go.
Okay, there we go. So, but what does the South look like?
Okay, NFC South is the Buccaneers, the Panthers, the
Carolina.
Saints, New Orleans,
okay,
and the Atlanta Falcons. Theirs kind of makes sense.
Okay, I got it. Boom and boom. All right.
Right.
NFC, got it. All right,
Okay.
and next?
NFC West.
Oh, there's an NFC West. Okay, so
49ers,
got it.
Arizona Cardinals,
Okay,
LA Rams,
okay.
Seattle Seahawks. Way up north.
Yeah.
So theirs makes sense too.
Makes sense.
Okay. NFC East.
And wait. Okay, so there's more.
Okay, so what we've done so far is the South,
Yeah,
the
and
North,
the North and the West.
the West,
All right, so
now the East.
now the East.
Okay, you got the Washington D.C. Commanders,
Okay,
the Philadelphia Eagles,
got it.
the New York Giants,
Got it.
Dallas Cowboys.
What the fuck? What? Wow.
That's where it's weird.
Are you serious?
Yes,
But how does that make sense?
that's their conference or division. I'm sorry.
Why is Dallas? Has Dallas always been there? Or did they go, we want Dallas? And they said, fine, take it.
I don't think any of these teams have moved from anybody else. So these have all been stationary.
Okay, so Dallas is just weird and part of the Northeast part. Okay,
the
so
East. Yes.
all right, so then we have the AFC.
Yep. Who do you want?
What
Where
do you mean?
wanna
Who do
start?
I want?
Where
What
do you
is the
wanna start?
AFC?
There's South, North, East, and West,
Are you f-
and there's 4 teams in those.
So I'm really familiar with the whole NFC thing. So
Very
now we're
much so.
Now we're really gonna fuck me up with the whole AFC thing.
Okay, here we go.
Oh God. Here we go.
AFC South,
AFC. Okay.
the Indianapolis Colts.
That's throwing me off. Why is AFC got to be weird?
Hold on, we're not done.
I feel
we're
like
not done.
the Colts need to be a part of
They
the
should be the
NFC
East. They should be the AFC
or
East.
they should be part of the NFC.
Why do they have to be the
North.
NFC? Hold on. Let's just go through the AFC now, okay? Let's talk about the AFC.
Okay.
All right?
All
Okay.
right.
Okay. So we got the Indianapolis Colts,
Yeah.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is South.
Yes.
God.
I love that you're discovering this now. The Houston Texans.
I go, okay, that's fine. But Dallas is right fucking there, and they're in 2 different fucking divisions?
Yes, I'm not done. Tennessee Titans.
None of that makes sense.
So that's the South.
Okay.
AFC North.
Actually, the only one that makes sense is Houston, but okay. All right, now we're in the North.
I guess no Jaguars do. South.
But the Jaguars are in the N.
No, they're in the AFC.
Wait, you said the A? I thought whatever.
No, we're
all right,
talking
all right. Go
AFC
to
only.
the next one.
AFC North is
AFC
the
North.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay, I'm starting to think that's okay because Ohio, once you get over there, I start thinking about that. That's
Mhm.
fine. Okay,
The Pittsburgh Steelers,
that's fine.
which is in the same state as Philadelphia.
Which is still that's yeah, because that doesn't
So
make sense.
That shouldn't
So
make
that's
sense to you. The Baltimore Ravens
that's fine,
and the Cleveland Browns.
and that's fine,
Okay, that one's okay.
and that's AFC North.
Yes.
I can do that one.
AFC West.
Okay,
The Kansas City Chiefs.
that's fine.
The Raiders. The reason why I say that is because they've been all over the place.
Because
They've moved.
moved.
Yeah, a couple times.
So I give them a
Whatever.
whatever.
But
Yep.
they have to be West because they're as West as they
yeah,
can
yeah,
be.
yeah.
Denver Broncos
That's fine.
and the Chargers from LA.
And that's I
And the
guess
Chargers.
that's fine
yeah,
too, I guess.
Yeah. The Rams used to be in St. Louis, Missouri.
See, now you're just going to confuse me by telling what teams owned what. Because
They're in the NFC.
wasn't the Colts somewhere else?
Yeah, they were from Baltimore.
Exactly. And then wasn't the Browns somewhere else too?
Hold on.
Or
I
was
don't. No, the Browns ended their franchise in the 90s and then came back.
Oh, maybe that's what.
Yeah. Okay, so now we got the AFC East. This is the last one.
Oh man, we have more.
Yeah, Buffalo Bills.
Okay, which. Okay.
They should be north, in my opinion,
Wait,
instead of east.
hold on. Yeah, that's messing me up. That's weird.
The New York Jets.
That's fine.
The New
Wait,
England.
again, we're doing east?
Yes, not north. The New England Patriots. Those should be north.
That. Okay.
Yeah, and the Miami Dolphins.
What?
So that's the AFC, and the East does not make sense to me, or
no.
nor does the North.
No.
So that's
No.
just my.
All right, I
Yep.
can get some of that stuff. Okay, but all right, I'm learning it, and
So
that
you
sounds
just
a
learned
little
that,
bit.
You just
So
learned
we've
the
got the
divisions.
American
Football
Football
Conference.
Conference and the National Football Conference,
Yes.
which is owned by the NFL.
They merged. Yes.
So when did they merge? Like
Let me ask that. Let me ask that actually. When did the AFC and NFC
because
merge?
beforehand it was
Or
just
it was the NFL and AFL leagues. They merged and created the AFC and NFC conferences in 1970.
70, and that's when they became the
NFL.
NFL.
Yep. That's I learned that myself right here just now because I'm not a historian on the NFL, but
Okay.
I do like to
I'm 36 years old, and I'm just learning all this shit.
It's all right. It's all right. So we're gonna quickly go over the scores of the
Okay.
games, and we're gonna talk about the NFL.
I
the
hope
Vikings
everybody
game.
enjoyed your football lesson
I hope
today.
everyone. Yes. And let's go. Cowboys Eagles. Eagles won 24-20. Couldn't.
yeah.
The Eagles lost their grand opportunity right at the beginning of the game when Jalen Carter spit on Dak Prescott, but that was a back and forth that we don't need to get into. Refs saw the secondary, I guess. That's always what happens. Kicked him out of the game. So the Cowboys should have changed their game plan right there, and they didn't.
Nope.
They kept passing the ball, which is what they shouldn't have done. They should have been handing it off because they lost the defensive. The Eagles lost their defensive line right there. So the Cowboys should have changed their game plan. They should have had a round. They should have had a phase 2, and they didn't, and they lost. Eagles 24, Cowboys 20. Chiefs Chargers in a shocking turn of events. The Chargers. What I think is happening is last season people were like, "Hey, fuck the NFL and their script," and I think this season the NFL is like, "We don't have a script. Play." And I think that's what happened. The Chiefs got pounded by the Chargers 27-21.
They were not doing good.
They weren't.
Mm-mm.
Because your fucking wide receiver went out in the first fucking possession.
He was so upset.
Walked out with a towel over his head because he dislocated his shoulder and he's gonna be out for a
Ran right
while.
into Kelsey, or Kelsey ran
Kelsey
into
ran
him.
into
Like
Xavier Worthy.
they ran into each other, and I was
Yep.
like, and there goes my wide receiver.
And in a shocking turn of events, the Colts beat the Dolphins 33-8.
Oh my god, that game!
Danny Dimes,
that
get out of here.
game.
He's Indiana Jones.
And that interesting fact on that was the first winning opening game
For the Colts.
winning season opening game for the Colts in 11 years.
2013. I think it was Andrew Luck, right? I think that's what they said. But anyways, next game, Steelers Jets, high scoring game, 34-32. Justin Fields on the Jets doing work against Aaron Rodgers on the Steelers. What kind of game are we playing? Panthers Jaguars. Jaguars whooped the Panthers 26-10. And that was kind of expected. Cardinals beat the Saints 20-13. I expected that. A lot of people didn't. They thought the Saints were going to show up. I think they didn't. Commanders beat the Giants 21-6. Didn't really watch much on that one. My quarterback didn't do he didn't do hot. He did okay, but whatever. Buccaneers and Falcons down to the wire 23-20.
Mhm.
Bucks won. That was pretty crazy.
That was intense.
That was an intense ending. We watched a lot of the red zones. We saw all the down to the wire games. Bengals, Browns.
Ugh.
Can you seriously be given 3 freaking opportunities to win a game and just blow it?
That's the Browns.
The Browns certainly did. They blew every possession
but
in fourth quarter.
but before that,
They were doing
They
great.
were actually playing very
It was
well.
a threat. It was a threat to
I
the
was like,
Bengals.
holy shit, they're doing good.
Yep,
That's not a
so-
good thing. And then they became the Browns again.
I
so.
couldn't believe it. Oh, you could, but I couldn't. The disaster that it
Yeah.
was. What a
But by
frickin'
1
game.
point.
1 point. The Raiders beat the Patriots 20-13.
That
I
was a
thought
good-
this was going to happen.
That was a good game.
I thought this was going to happen. I was like, "Yep, I think the Raiders got this."
I did. They were my lucky pick on my pick. One of them. I did
Yeah.
2. I did the Raiders and then I did Baltimore.
Yeah, you could say the Vikings was also a very big game.
That was my. I felt more confident with that pick.
Yeah, we'll get to that. 49ers beat the Seahawks 17-13, and the 49ers limped out of that one, losing 3, I think, star players, maybe. I know 2 for sure are going to be out for a minute. What's his name? Kittle. I know
Kittle.
he's hurting.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, didn't McCaffrey do something, or I thought someone?
I
hurt him.
want to
thought
say he
someone
did,
else.
but I don't remember. But I think he said he was fine though.
Oh no, it was Brock Purdy. I think he was hurting a little bit. So they're already off to a rough start. I am so sorry. The 49ers are just they're not getting it. They might get
heal.
it.
They can heal.
They can heal. Hopefully they heal. They need a Band-Aid. Broncos beat the Titans 20-12. That was okay.
I figured that was going to happen.
Packers beat the Lions 27-13.
Wasn't calling that one.
I didn't expect a whooping, but I did expect the Packers to win. I didn't expect the Lions to get...
I was not expecting either of them.
The Packers might dominate the NFC North. I hope not. I hope the Vikings show up when we can't. Hey, we're
We're not going to say anything.
We're gonna talk about what it is we're gonna talk about. Okay. But the Packers definitely showed up very well.
I did tell Lindy today. I said that was probably one of the only games this year that Josh is happy that the Packers won.
Fuck the Lions, because they were turning into a very, very, very mean team, like fan base and everything.
I don't have anything against Lions. I think that they play very well.
I point out the problems and you think it's okay. Whatever. Texans lost to the Rams 14-9, low scoring game. Bills Ravens.
That game was ridiculous. I watched the first part of it and then I streamed the second part of it, but basically got updates from Brian via chat during stream about what was going on, and I was like, oh, this game's in the bag. I don't know why you guys are watching it. There's 10 minutes left. Whatever. They got it.
One point it was
my god.
At one point it was 34-13 Ravens, and they blew a 22-point comeback.
Josh Allen, man.
Couldn't believe
Got
it.
2 MVPs. That was MVP night.
It definitely was. He showed up.
Which I told Josh this morning. I was like, I really like Josh Allen because again, fantasy. I never would have followed these guys if it wasn't for fantasy. But I had Allen one year, and I also had Jackson for a couple of years, and I was like, I really like Lamar Jackson. I love the way he plays. I love how he is as a quarterback. And then I had Allen, I think last year, and I followed him, and I was like, damn, I really like this guy. And to have them both play last night was like, I really liked the Ravens. I became more of a Ravens fan, but like also watching Buffalo and watching how they play, I was like, damn, this is gonna be a really good game.
Yeah.
So they were winning, and then they were winning, and then they were winning. I was like, I don't know who to root for. I like both teams.
Right. Yeah. So the Vikings game and the Bears.
Can we just skip to the fourth quarter?
Let's skip to the good part for real. This was 3 quarters of, how do I put it? Like just
a typical Vikings game.
No, I can't say typical because we had expectations of McCarthy in those 3 quarters and we weren't delivered on our side. Let me talk about this, okay? The Vikings came back after being down 17-6 at the end of the 3rd quarter against the Bears. McCarthy couldn't pull anything together, and he even threw a pick 6.
Oh yeah,
that pick 6 turned him into Anakin Skywalker.
It was
and the younglings in episode 3. He chucked it down the field, gave us so much momentum. Let me talk about what he said. According to the players, he kept the positivity going to the point where they were still down in the middle of the 4th quarter, where he turned to the people in the huddle during a TV timeout, and he said to them all, he said, "Is there any other place you'd rather be than here?" Because he was like, "This is my dream, and is it not yours?"
Yeah, don't be down about anything.
Like we could be down, we can lose this, but
But
I
we're
am
here.
happy
We're
to
in
be
the
here.
NFL. We're playing
We-
on this
We
field.
saw his leadership at halftime when he stood at the entrance and made sure he high-fived everybody
Everybody.
coming through that.
And they had that side
I was
by
like, what the
they
fuck?
had that side by side with the exit from the Bears, and the Bears were just like,
Whatever,
whatever,
that's the
we're
game.
going into the
I was like,
locker
why do the
room.
Bears seem so upset? McCarthy is like, he's doing some form of like, let's keep
let's
it
keep
together.
it going, guys.
At
Like,
the
he's
half,
captain.
At the half, it was what 13-6. So we were only down a score. We weren't bad. It was whatever. But the fact that he said that, I mean,
I don't know. Aaron Jones was in the huddle and apparently talked about like that's all I needed was
it
just,
was just we needed that.
I
we
just
needed
needed that.
That
You're right.
Yeah, this is my
You're
dream to
right.
be
Let's
here.
have some fun.
But it doesn't matter. You know, this is a game, and we're using our skills.
And that's like you could tell like right after that there was like that's like it was like a switch went
Yeah.
off and it was just like Vikings and it went, oh yeah, that's why we're here. Let's play.
Yeah, so we got to see a Justin Jefferson touchdown. It was very nice to see him do the gritty. I
Got
could
to see Thielen coming back, get a
Thielen got-
touchdown.
Oh,
old
that was a
trusty.
two-point conversion.
Or not, yeah.
Still,
but
but
still,
it was under the wire.
yes.
You know, and got what was needed.
Old trusty.
Got to see Aaron Jones get a touchdown, so you got to see that.
Old
and then,
trusty.
and then I got to see JJ McCarthy do a rushing touchdown. So
Old
new
newbie.
trusty.
New trusty.
So I even said to you as we were watching the game when he did the rushing touchdown, I was like, he can do that because he's got legs. Like
Yeah.
he's able to run. So
He's not 22 years old in my eyes. He definitely went from being 22 on the field from first, second, and third quarter to
yeah,
in a really odd comment. It's like the balls dropped kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
don't
he went
know.
from 22 years old to like just matured the fuck out of somewhere. I don't know what happened.
I think it was just the fucking nerves.
I don't know because they talked about how he actually wasn't nervous. It was more like the entire team was just kind of like
It was the offensive line didn't have it together.
Like yeah,
I think it was that.
and apparently McCarthy was like, no, like we just need to remind these guys like why they're here. And,
Yeah.
like get everybody back on track because I'm like he can be on track, but it takes him plus the team.
I do want to point out one thing that may be a little negative here on the announcing team, and you saw it. The fucking Joe Buck and his whatever
Oh my god,
glazing he has on the
what
Chicago
the
Bears.
fuck?
So, as
There were multiple times during the broadcast where he's just like, even if it was like the unimpressed father, basically.
Yeah.
Like you could not. It's in the Minnesota Vikings where the child that
the
just
stepchild
the stepchild that could not
get
do
love.
enough.
Yeah,
Like the first thing we
they
noticed.
glazed the fucking Chicago Bears.
First thing we noticed is Joe Buck says like, "Oh, the Bears make great field position, and he said it multiple times.
Where
They're the
was that?
fucking 35-yard line. That's
In
not,
their 35, not across the 50.
that is not great
That's
field
not great.
position.
That's
but no,
regular
but you know
kickoff
what?
field position.
The Vikings, the Bears punted
This was
it,
my
and
argument.
The Vikings get 51-yard line. But no, do we hear anything?
49. It was the 49
Fine,
across
whatever.
the 50.
Across the 50, so it would have been 49-yard. But do we hear great position? No. We're talking about the Bears.
We don't get any special teams like
My
acknowledgement.
God, there was nothing.
He got a game ball, by the way.
You're kidding.
No. Our dude. That was doing all the punt returns.
Oh, I thought you meant Buck got a game ball.
Why
Where
would
the
they
fuck-
give Joe Buck a game
you just
ball,
said
Alex?
We're talking about Buck. Like
No,
you're kidding.
we were talking
why
about the
would
punt return.
Okay, I was like, why
Special
the fuck would
teams
they
got
do that?
special teams got game balls.
Good. Yes.
No, they got actually the entire team did, but they shouted out the special teams
Yeah,
in
they
the
did.
locker room speech,
They did.
and that was very worth it. Yeah, that was my big argument. So I don't know. It's gonna be a season, guys. It's gonna be a season. Next week we have some. I don't know if we need to really do predictions because it's maybe we could. Why don't we do that? Let's do quick predictions.
No, because we are in the prediction. I don't think we should do that.
You don't think we should?
No, because we
Well-
are doing picks.
Well, here's what's interesting to me. So we got a Monday night game with JJ McCarthy's debut. The next game is a Sunday night game. Another primetime game. They are throwing JJ McCarthy to the wolves.
Hey, let's do it.
At the beginning of the
Yeah,
season.
do it now.
They're like, let's see if this kid can do prime
Yeah.
time. Because we just did Monday Night Football, and we're going to do Sunday Night Football. What are we doing, man? And then week 3, we're facing the Falcons. Week 3 is going to be our first, I think, afternoon game. Yeah, we're getting a 1 p.m. game. That's awesome.
And then we got the Cleveland game.
Yeah, then we're going to the Steelers.
Oh, then Steelers, which is a night game, a late night. I
No,
think it's like
that's-
8:20.
No, it's 9:30 a.m. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
sorry, I thought it said sorry, it was PM. Never
No,
mind. You're right. And
we're gonna
then we
have
have
The Browns at
in
9:30
London.
a.m.
Yeah.
the next week. So we get 2 morning games. So we get to eat breakfast and watch the
Yeah,
Vikings.
so we get our anxiety up in the morning, so then we're like,
we can crash
then
in
we
the
can
afternoon.
crash and be fine. Alex can have her typical football Sunday nap.
But yeah, Vikings are facing the Falcons. It's going to be an interesting one. So let's fantasy wise, I lost to cousin Andrew by like a point.
Ridiculous. It was so like
It was a close one.
I
that's
won.
okay. It's okay. You won.
I won,
because-
which was because of the Vikings. I had
Yep.
three. I had Jones and I had Jefferson, and I had the Vikings defense. So I had 2 like big players, and I was outworthy, like my wide receiver.
Yeah.
So it went from
Thielen
being
on
like
your
a
bench.
it went from a 20. I think it was like a 39% win to a
Loss, you mean.
29% or 20. Well, like percentage of winning. 39 to 29, then it got down to like 21%, then it got down to like 11.
That was the end of the third
And then
quarter.
it was end of the third quarter. I'm like, well, I'm not going to win my fantasy this week
Yep.
because I was down by like 12 points.
Well, here's
and it was
here's-
like, boom, all of a sudden.
a lot of the
I
people,
won.
a lot of experts are saying any starting quarterback and any regular coach would have just thrown in the towel and said, "Let's do some run plays so we can just get
Oh,
out
not
of
the
here."
Vikings. Are you kidding? O'Connell
hold
would
on.
not do that.
O'Connell and McCarthy both were on the same page of we're not done.
Yeah, we're not done.
We got a whole nother quarter to play here. So that's very interesting that they did
There's
that.
still time in the clock. There's still time to play.
So McCarthy is the first quarterback to what is it? He's being matched up with Steve Young and Peyton Manning and
I don't
all
like
of
that
these
they're
great
doing all of that
quarterbacks.
because it's literally just the first game.
I know, but
End of the season, sure.
no debut quarterback does a 22-point comeback. No debut quarterback.
And you know what? I don't want it to be a glitch in the matrix, so maybe we just don't talk about it anymore. We accept it. We go, thank
We
you.
won.
We go, well, that was a good game.
Yeah, we did walk away with, well, that was a game.
That was a game. Okay, all right. Congratulations. Skull.
Yeah, we were very happy with our victory. So it's like, I just don't know, man. I don't know. It's crazy that we have a debut rookie quarterback that won prime time, double-digit comeback. Steve Young did that.
I
in
do like the
80s.
way he plays, though. I was watching his technique.
He's got some
I like it.
confidence. He's got
I
some
like it.
confidence.
He's confident with the
No
ball.
matter how he ran around and did get sacked, and that one sack
That's
where
not
I
his
just
problem.
the sack that I picture where he tumbled and you saw him like trip over himself.
Yeah.
That was a rough sack to get over. Like a
It
lot of
is.
people would lose their confidence. And
A lot of people lose their confidence being their prime time, and then they do a pick 6.
that pick
That
six,
didn't. He said, I'm going to learn from it.
And here's what I thought. I was like, this is what happened in the preseason last year, where he got I think it was the Raiders, where they did where he got an interception, came back and won the game. Like
This happened with Kurt. This also happened with
Darnold.
With Darnold. And
Darnold's
you know what?
confidence was shook
It was
a
shook,
good number of times.
but like Cousins, I felt was like, oh, like,
we got to play.
yeah.
But
so it's just different for each person.
yeah, it's how people work with each other. So enough NFL now. We gotta move on to some playing and watching. Did a lot of watching, a lot of playing, doing a lot of things. You started up your Sims 4.
I did. I got a little addiction. We sat down to do the podcast. I was like, I kind of feel like I was like, man, I don't want this to be a long show because I want to play. I want to play The Sims.
Well, it won't be much. We've only got a couple
I know,
other things to
yeah,
touch on.
you're
So the
good.
big thing was our trip in the NFL. But you were playing a lot of The Sims. You're going back on your Pokemon Red.
Yep,
bought that
I
for
got
you.
back on. I'm on Pokemon Red now.
Yep. I
So
got
in
you that
about
game.
just about 5 hours into that.
So you got either The Sims or Pokemon to play off stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, but on stream we did some Battlefield 6. That was
Oh yeah, I guess we
fun.
haven't talked about that.
Yeah, Battlefield 6 beta came out, guys. I actually have a clip of you clutching a win here.
Oh, you're gonna play that?
Yeah, I'm gonna
We need
play
to
that.
turn that into a TikTok. We really
We
do.
actually do. I think I need to do that before.
This was actually like I did not. I've never played Battlefield
let me
before,
get the
so
mouse.
I never thought I was gonna. I was skeptical about it. I was like, I'm probably not gonna enjoy it. It's probably not gonna be fun. And we ended up playing,
Hours.
you
of
know,
it.
like hours. Like there was like some repetitiveness to it, but it was a beta. You only have so much of the game.
There's
to
only a few
play.
maps.
Yeah,
There's
that's what
not very many
that's
maps
what I mean.
to play
like
on.
it's a beta. So, but yeah, this clip is
So what's happening here is we're at the end of what type of
it's kind of like a King of the Hill situation.
yeah, you got flags you have to protect. So we have this last flag we have to get to win.
Yeah, we basically
it.
have to like take a base or protect a base for so long.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play it. So yeah, and I think we already got one of them done. So Alex is trying to sneak there because Battlefield is so realistic in a sense that bullets really kick your ass.
Oh yeah.
Like you are really much a soldier on the field. It's a very real feeling of all like the stuff collapsing around you. So what's happening is you have to activate your area and you have to defend it before they turn off your area.
Yeah, the
so there's me running up and shotgunning.
And they see
like,
Josh and they don't
out.
see me.
Yep. So I go down. Alex revives me because she's a medic.
I'm a medic.
She
so
can do it quick, and then
quickly.
we're both shooting up people. So Alex peeks and gets a corner here, and just wails on people coming around the corner. And I think you get a third. Yep.
3.
And
Boom!
we win.
We win.
That was amazing. That was amazing. That was a clutch play, and I'm very proud of that.
Well, what's funny is because right before that, it was like I just felt like we weren't gonna win.
I agree.
I was just like, no, we're not going to win.
They
I'm
kept
going to do
peeking.
something stupid and go out into the middle of the battlefield, literally, and crawl my way to the area because I was like, they're going to see me and they're just going to shoot me. But no, they weren't expecting anybody to battle crawl on their elbows. They were looking at the people standing up and moving around. They didn't see me going.
Right.
So yeah, it was fun. I can't
Good
wait for the
stuff.
game to come out. For it being a beta, it was definitely good. It had its glitches, but it was good.
I look forward to the game coming out. We're gonna get it. Off stream, I've been playing a lot of Donkey Kong Bonanza. I load it up every now and then, doing a couple hours, just getting through the levels. It's just a longer game, and there's just a lot to explore and enjoy. It's got some stress moments. Been doing a little bit of Grounded 2 with the guys on my stream. We haven't gone back in a little bit.
I like it
will
when you guys
sometime
play
soon.
that. It's fun to watch you guys play.
I enjoy Grounded 2 for what it is, but we just got to get everybody together. It's a campaign-based co-op game, so you kind of it's also open world, so you got like both like elements. As soon as you get like through a part of the campaign, you can move into doing like other parts of the open world and upgrading your base and stuff. Yeah, so that's been really fun. I played a little bit of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on my Switch 2 with the Switch 2 edition upgrade. It was immediately lost, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to have a day and just play some of that game. Just take a day and just game. Finally find some time to do that. Also been doing some Warzone. That's been really fun. Got a dub recently on my stream. It was our last drop. And we were just like, let's just go and do one more.
Yeah, you got to find
Got the dub. That was pretty awesome. And then what other clip I want to show here is of us playing.
I don't want you to show this clip.
This is Sea of Thieves. We've gone back, and I enjoy Sea of Thieves.
I've always enjoyed Sea of Thieves. I really love the game. It's
a really fun time being pirates on a ship.
You really get lost in the game,
You do.
and to be proven that we haven't played in a couple years, and the exact same thing happened. Where we played and it was 5.5 hours later, 4 a.m. We're like, oh shit, we should probably like stop the stream and go to bed.
You streamed for like 5.5 hours.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, we should probably go to bed.
So, what basically it is you're looting a lot of stuff towards the end of the game when you collect it as you've been playing the campaign. There's a lot more to do. We just been doing easy.
There's so much to
do. We
do.
can do campaign stuff.
There's
we
so
just
much
haven't done a lot of the campaign stuff.
But basically, long story short, we've done and gathered a bunch of treasure, and there's this thing called a dinghy, and they loaded it up with treasure, and the new thing they added was, look,
a barrel that lights.
A barrel that lights up, and on Xbox...
It's the same button to pick up stuff.
On Xbox, the same button to pick up a chest that looks like a treasure chest is X. Well, the same button to what looked like a chest was not a chest. It was a freaking explosive barrel.
Yep.
Was to light the barrel. So, and right before all this happened, it was like 3 or 4 times in a row, we were getting our asses fucking handed to us by another ship, like
Brian
a bunch of other players.
So Brian and I had those 2 dinghies, and we had treasure on both of them from our sinking, and we kept rowing away to get away from it, and we saved it all.
They saved all the treasure
to the point where Alex and Patrick would sail the boat back, get it
and then
sunk,
they would get sunk again because
and
they were
then
just waiting
go
for
somewhere
us.
else. And I was like, you know what? I'm just like, when the explosion happened, I went and got the ship myself and floated it. One person taking a galleon to them, but the thing was it was just a mess. Luckily, we kept like 90% of our.
I told Josh, I
treasure,
was like, I'm pretty
so.
sure that's the first time I've actually heard Brian be mad at me.
Oh my god!
It felt like I was like, oh, I feel really bad.
Like
you yell at me all the time, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Why'd you do that? I'm like, I'm so sorry.
So I want to paint a picture with Sea of Thieves here. You do not have any way of knowing where you're at if you're not on the ship,
You're not on the ship,
because
you don't have a map.
know what's around you. So we're on these rowboats rowing out into the middle of nowhere. We're like, oh, I think I see a sea post, which is a very small rock that has like a dock on it, and we hid behind that with our rowboats while the other galleon floated away after sinking you guys twice.
But yeah, I came up with the galleon. I picked them up and I said, I'm gonna be nice. I jumped off the ship, see Josh in the dinghy trying to load treasure onto the ship. I said, I'm gonna give him a hand. I'm gonna go into the dinghy and I'm gonna pick up a chest that looks like it's hanging off the back of a dinghy.
Yep.
I pushed X and it ignited.
For some reason, I knew about the barrels being on the back of the boats and stuff.
I didn't. Well, they had already brought up another dinghy and brought that up, and that also had an explosive barrel. So Josh pointed out later on. So the reason why my ship sunk, because I blew up the ship. I was
With
like, really?
2
I didn't
barrels?
realize it was 2 barrels that blew
Yeah.
up because they'd already had another dinghy that they raised up.
Yeah.
And I was like, so the fire blast lit off the other explosive barrel.
At the same time.
So
So it's a
after
double.
being our asses kicked and our freaking ship blowing up 3 or 4 times already and sinking,
Yep.
I bring it back. They're finally not here. They're not sinking us, and I blow up the goddamn ship
You
myself.
did it yourself. Yes.
Oh, I'm dead.
You couldn't.
It ended up being a good night though, because we got like a ridiculous like $1 million in
Yeah.
coins.
I
so-
got enough. I got enough to buy a galleon for the crew. So when we go back to it again, which will probably be for a little while, we'll play Sea of Thieves for a little while.
Brian says, "Oh my poor treasure, I'm getting Sea of Thieves PTSD." Josh and I spent so much time getting that stuff back together. I know. I'm so sorry.
We even left some stuff that didn't matter. We're like,
I
oh,
know.
it's just
stuff
barrels
now.
or whatever.
Get the
We didn't
important stuff
care.
and let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we got the trinkets and the card or the key. We did that same exact quest.
And then we got, there's also a clip of Patrick getting struck by lightning. That's pretty
I have
fucking
that.
funny.
Yeah, I was gonna load that up, but I don't know if for some. Okay, so in that moment, everyone was blaming Patrick for hurting the ship.
Yeah.
Me and Brian were like, "Is the ship
ship
okay?"
okay?
No one gave a fuck about
He just heard
Patrick.
Patrick in the background. I was just lowering the anchor. I wasn't doing shit. And I'm over here. I'm carrying these like really expensive bottles of rum, and I said, "Patrick just got struck by lightning." You see, Josh's character turned to me. "Are the bottles okay?" He doesn't give a shit that Patrick's about to die. He's like, "But is the rum okay?"
Is the treasure all right? Is what the game?
I mean, hey, that was worth like what, $50,000?
15,000 or 13,000.
It was like a ridiculous
Yeah.
amount of money for the rum.
The rum is worth a good amount. Yeah, so it was worth it.
Yeah, but Sea of Thieves is where it at. I think
It's
we're just
good.
gonna like keep that in rotation for a bit until we get tired of it. I think
Well,
the
Battlefield-
guys like it. And,
We got
I
Battlefield
like
in
it.
October, so
Yeah.
I think Sea of Thieves being in the mix.
It's a
is
chill
fun.
but exciting game at the same time.
If we can
so.
try to get more than 4 people on a server, like we can try to get people to like go and be in the same server in a sense. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we can try to do that. That'd be great. As far as watching, we've been doing How I Met Your Mother. Just doing a binge
Kinda.
of
We
that.
haven't got back to that in a minute, but
I have it on every now and then. I think I had it on when I was in Texas. I watched a few movies in Texas, by the way.
Yeah, you did Final Destination like an idiot.
I shouldn't have watched Final Destination. I watched Final Destination 5, which is actually ties into the first one. Spoiler alert. In a way, I'm not going to say how, but how it does is like, why did I do this? I'm traveling. Why would I do this? It's stupid. And my dumbass did that. I also watched Inception. It's been a minute since I watched Inception, so yeah, it was fun to go back to that movie. South Park. Watched a few episodes of that.
We're behind.
We're behind by one
We'll
episode?
be behind 2 if they do one tomorrow.
I don't think so because the last one I think was last week, so we're only 1 behind.
Oh.
So we'll watch it here probably tonight. The last one, episode 3, was not very good. It was okay.
It wasn't as good as the other ones, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It was still South Park. It was funny.
Right. Finished and binged through King of the Hill, latest season.
Great season. That's
Fun.
the first time you and I have ever gone from
Episode to episode,
one,
laughing my ass off.
one to nothing. And the thing is, like, you don't have
1 to 10.
Yeah, or 1 to 10. We
Nothing.
watched every single episode of a season of King of the Hill. Like, it's just something like I used to have on as a kid. So I knew some of the episodes, and then we just, we'd have it on every now and then over the last 20 some years, like have it on. So, you
Yeah.
at least knew the characters and the story and just the general gist of everything. And what's nice is like, there's something for everybody in it about like nowadays, because it's like modernized King of the Hill, like what it is now.
Right.
And then, but it also has some Easter eggs of callbacks, some old episodes that were really popular, and people and conspiracies about the characters.
Yeah.
And they just plain as day kind of say, yeah, it is happening, but it's not really happening.
Right.
So, but no, yeah, what they did with all of the characters.
I want
and
another
stuff, it's
season
great.
because of how it was written. I think they could do more.
They already
have
it.
another one coming.
Yeah, they already have another
But
season coming.
the voice of Dale will not be in it, nor John Redcorn, so they're gonna just recast that or make him pass away. Because they didn't even
who
mention
knows?
Luann, who's Brittany Murphy. So,
Yeah. But
anyways, it's a
I know.
great
It was a solid watch. Like I mean, every episode we were laughing.
Yeah.
So
Same with Rick and Morty. We're kind of going through that a little bit recently. Still got to go back to that. It's to relate to How I Met Your Mother. And then one last thing we want to talk about was a documentary that's going around. Everyone's talking.
Aren't you
about
happy
it.
I made you watch it?
Well, it's because everyone's talking about this damn thing. Unknown Number, the high school catfish. This is a documentary on Netflix right now, and it's got quite a twist ending.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not spoiling it. But it's so trendy to have. You need to watch it with somebody. Is my recommendation, so you have someone to directly talk to.
It's like a Sixth Sense kind of like documentary.
It's like a
Are you kidding me documentary, like where something
by
is
the
revealed.
Way, I want to point out there's 2 different interviews of the daughter. I don't know if you realize this, but whenever she's in her bedroom, that's like
at the beginning,
during too, at the end as well, and then. That's years apart.
Yes.
So
you can see it in her face.
That's her maturing.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if you knew that.
Yes, I did.
Okay. That was pointed out to me on TikTok. I was like, why did that have to be pointed out?
That's why she kind of changed her mind about everything at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
You could tell that it had been, they revisited that.
Yeah, exactly.
Later.
So
after she matured.
What is it? Like an hour and a half long doc?
Probably. Like an hour and a half.
It's not
maybe.
episode wise. It's just one.
I think it's just one. Yeah, it's just one thing.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good one to check out.
I mean, it's not good.
No, it's
not a good thing
document
at all.
It's a trend. It's a situation that should have never happened.
Yes.
And I don't know how it happened.
But
it still wasn't even
stuff that you
answered how
can
it happened.
definitely learn from as a parent or as a person.
Anybody,
Definitely, if you haven't seen it, I would definitely watch it and
then talk to us.
And then talk to us about it. Or if you have seen it, see it with somebody else and record their reaction when the reveal happens.
Yeah. We got to get into our movie club movie. We got to talk about the movie Together. This movie was your choice. And we have been doing the movie club movie for so long now that it's just like a staple in this podcast. We got to get out of our body horror element here. This is getting weird. We're getting into this weird stuff. So last spring, we watched The Substance. This one around, we watched Together, and they have similarities. But I think The Substance is grosser.
That's on another level. That's like monster horror.
Together has a relationship message, in a sense. It's kind of like you become each other in a sense when you are together for so long, because you and I are very codependent on each other, but we're okay with that because we like that with each other. I mean, it's gonna be rough in the end, but
the way things ended in this movie, I could see it, you and I being okay with it, but
because you and I are each other.
But the way that these people in the movie are should have never. They shouldn't have.
Right.
They were not. They did not.
They did not.
They were not meant for each other, in my opinion. They were. They should have broken up or
Yeah.
whatever. Whatever.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Synopsis. Years into their relationship, Tim and Millie find themselves at a crossroads as they move to the country. With tensions already flaring, an encounter with an unnatural force threatens to corrupt their lives, their love, and their flesh. Starring Dave Franco, Allison Brie, and Damon Harriman. This movie came out this year. Critics on Rotten Tomatoes give this a 90%. Fans give it a 76%. So it's quite a difference there. The budget on this film was $17 million. The box office made $28.3. That's only it wasn't in the box office long.
No. I'm not sure how it made that much already.
It was only in the box office for maybe 3 weeks before they must I don't know. The marketing on this movie was very slight. You and I were interested in it when we saw it. Like,
oh yeah,
like in
it was.
theaters,
I saw.
trailer.
All I did was we went to see 28 Years Later, and we saw a bunch of trailers, and this was one trailer, and I went, "Ding, that looks cool. We should watch that." And it's been in my head since. That's it.
Yeah,
that's
so
why we watched.
We finally got the opportunity to watch it. It's been available for digital since the end of August, so we actually were like, "Oh, sweet, we don't have to do theater." Because what if it sucks?
Right.
This movie did not suck. I'll give my honest opinion, like quick review on it. And
I don't think it's so new. I don't think we should do.
We're
any
not
spoilers.
spoiling it. Don't you worry.
Okay.
But there are some things in the facts that are gonna be interesting to you, that I will get into here. But from our like a user review, like a viewer standpoint, like I would say this movie had some good messages, had some interesting like cultish vibes that I pick up on right away. For me, I'm an investigator when I watch a movie, and I'm sorry if I do this, but if there's anything in the background that I notice, I will be like, "Oh, this happened. Oh, this happened. I can't trust this person. I can't." Like I was already calling out the ending. I knew how it was going to end in my eye. I just knew. I was like, "It's going to end this way. This is involved in this way. This is this. This is that." And it was 100% that. It's mainly because I don't know. Maybe I've watched so many like in-depth shows of like foreshadowing that I see it in so many
I think
things.
it was Breaking Bad that got
Game
us,
of Thrones and Breaking
yeah,
Bad.
Those two got us onto the whole finding things
and don't trust anybody.
Yeah,
like it goes around in a lot of the things that we watch. But this movie was, I mean, for Dave Franco did pretty good. Allison Brie, I like her. She's fine. Like they did good acting. Good acting. I wouldn't say that, but it was written a little rough.
I honestly am surprised that you said that.
The good acting was like when they were dealing with the Force.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
The script
fine.
was rough.
I would say yes.
I said the writing.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was like, the script.
What they were given wasn't very.
They would have done better if they could have just ad-libbed, and you could tell that they were like doing their lines off the script.
I agree.
There was no chemistry between the two people.
True.
Like in my opinion, there was no chemistry. So that's why
it's funny you say that.
It's hard to like
hey.
because the movie's called Together and they're a couple.
Dave Franco and Allison Brie are married.
You're fucking kidding.
Since 2017.
Are you serious?
That's fact number 2. Yeah. They have no chemistry according to you, though.
There is nothing.
It's written that way. I said it's a bad script.
Okay. Well, then they did a really good job acting like they don't
love each other.
No, they're not meant for each other. How about that? I got 0% chemistry on this movie. I was like, these people were not meant for each other. Like, so I guess they did really, really, really good acting.
So take it that way.
God.
They're married to each other.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
So they were acting off each other by being bad with each other.
Maybe that's why I thought the acting was so bad, because they had to act like they didn't like each other, but they really do. But they really do like each other.
Or they're not really meant for each other, but they really actually are.
Exactly. So maybe that's why the acting was so bad, because they overacted
in that way.
Yeah. That's what I consider it. It felt overacting. Like they were like really trying to bring out that
negative
part of not wanting, like they don't fit.
But they're married together.
But they're married. God, that's hilarious. I can't believe that.
I was gonna let you go on longer.
That's funny.
I should have.
No, that's funny. Okay, but yeah, that's like the one big thing that I was like, wow, the writing sucks. Like
It's the bad writing.
The writing is bad.
But the message is pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this movie a 7.
I gave it a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to give it a 7.5, but I think I'm
No.
going to drop it down a little bit for knowing that I think they could have written it better.
You know, the story,
The story's
like the actual story itself, this movie, I mean, in my brain and how I would have wrote it, the way that it, like how I would have presented it and represented it, what it actually is, because we can't really tell you what the movie is without spoiling it, to be honest.
right.
But the way that from start to finish, I would have completely filmed it differently.
Yeah.
Than the way that
Do you
it
think
is.
it'd be better documentary style?
Yeah.
I think so too. Now, a lot of people hate that style.
I know. A
but
lot of people get bored of it, but
I think it's called Together. I mean, they could have called it something else, and then it could have been a little more.
No, I like the title's fine. The title fits.
I get that.
I also think that we could have seen a little bit more gore.
Yeah.
We could have seen more.
I didn't write down what this was. It's got to be rated R for the.
For what? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely got to be rated R.
Yeah.
We could have seen a little bit more gore.
It wasn't as grotesque as it could have been. There was a grotesque scene that kind of gave me vibes.
There's one surprising scene that happens in the bathroom that literally right before it happens, I said, "Wow, wouldn't it be weird if this happens?" And then it actually does fucking happen.
You jumped.
And then they actually do show it happening.
Yeah.
And it was like kind of like the South Park episode where like, are you
yeah.
is this really going to happen? Are they really allowed to do this? They're doing this? Wow, are they really they are doing this?
Yeah.
And it's just one scene and it actually does happen.
I'm
and
trying
I'm
to
like,
remember what scene you're talking about. You said the bathroom. Oh. I have a fact about that. So you can say what happens.
I don't know if I want to spoil it.
It doesn't really.
It's definitely I think it's a spoiled scene. I don't think we should talk about
But
it. You can tell me after the show.
No, I have to talk about a fact about it. That's kind of crazy about how they got it to work. You see a lot of genitalia. Let's just say that first.
Okay.
So, anyways, they have sex in the bathroom.
Well, yeah.
Okay, we can say that. That
Yeah.
wasn't a spoiler.
No, that part's not.
Okay. So, some facts about this movie. It was filmed in 21 days. So, this was only done inside of a month. Pretty crazy. The story from... Oh, I'm not going to go into that. Dave Franco and Alison Brie had to wear the prosthetic that that prosthetic that's in the poster. I'm just going to say the movie poster. So, if you look at the movie poster,
Yeah.
their arms are kind of like
Together.
melded for hours on end, and in between takes they had to take bathroom breaks together. You and I would be okay with
At least that's fine because you and I can take bathroom breaks together.
that. We do, yes.
I mean, at least they've been married for a while, so you would hope that they'd be able to take bathroom breaks together.
Mm-hmm. So the director and writer's long-term partner worked for a sex toy company at the time of filming. For a particularly intense sex scene in the bathroom stall between Dave Franco and Alison Brie, they were able to obtain very realistic-looking artificial genitalia, absolutely free. The prosthetics designer added pubic hair to make it look even more authentic.
It looked real.
It did. It did. Yeah. Let's see. Is there any other major?
I actually yelled like loud.
Yeah, you're like, oh, it's really happening. What's going on? Okay, so while there was no major CGI that was heavy in this film,
Probably besides the end.
except for the end, but a lot of it was done with what do they call it at the end of this? I don't want to read through this whole thing because it's a very, very long factoid. They composited shots together that make it look like it was actual CGI.
Mm-hmm.
So they melded some features together to make it look like it was, but it actually wasn't. So it was a composited shot is what they call it, where they put two things together. So that's a really interesting take on. I don't want to spoil much, but it just the ending is like a okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, okay.
That's how it ends. And it's not as horrific, but it's more like acceptance.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
Yep. It's kind of what the message is. It's like accept I guess if you accept people together, I don't know. And it doesn't always work out.
I don't know. It's hard to.
There's a message in this movie, but I don't know what it is. All right. So, That's our movie club movie was Together.
All right. So what's our next movie since it's your choice?
I'm gonna give you so last time it was my choice. I gave you 3 movies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you the other 2 movies as choices again. So it's Venom: The Last Dance or Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire. We haven't watched those movies yet, so
Let's do Venom.
want to do Venom?
Venom.
The Last Dance. Let me see if there's a synopsis. Eddie Brock and Venom must make a devastating decision as they're pursued by a mysterious military man and alien monsters from Venom's home world. This movie came out last year. It's almost 2 hours long. Starring Tom Hardy, Chiwetel. I'm not going to butcher that name. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that are recognizable, but I'm not gonna really. I'll say these when it's time. Well, I'll try to, but we just know that for sure Tom Hardy's in it. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. So we'll do Venom: The Last Dance. I got a couple of nerd news items to talk about, and then we're out of here. The first thing I want to touch on, Scrubs is all over the news because there's a lot of cast members rejoining.
Yeah, I saw. It's kind of like one right after the other. I was like, there's
a revision happening. First of all, Zach Braff, Donald Faison coming back. So we got Turk and JD coming in. The original show's creator, Matthew Lawrence, is coming back. Sarah Chalk is reprising Elliot.
Yep.
Judy Reyes is reprising Carla. And we got John C. McGinley coming back as Dr. Cox.
Yep.
So this might actually be a worthy reprisal as long as they all stick around for the entire season.
You know, so we can actually have a season 8.
Yeah, 9.
You know what I mean?
9.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
No, season 8's great. Season 8 is the official ender. Season 9 was the new class.
Oh, that's what I mean.
I said that.
Sorry.
That's what I was saying.
I know. I thought you...
No.
Yeah.
So season 9 is the one that everybody wants to forget about, and I bet you that's what they're going to do. So they're going to be like, we don't talk about that, moment in time. It's just not going to be a thing. So I'm really excited about that.
They better bring back the doc.
What? Who?
Not the doc, but...
The janitor?
Not the Well, yeah, janitor
Neil
would be
Flynn.
Nice.
Who? The Todd?
The Todd, not the doc. The Todd. Okay, it says doc on his arm.
Oh, yeah. The Todd, yes, but Ted cannot. He passed away.
Yeah, I know.
He passed away from, I think it was brain cancer, actually. So maybe they'll have some form of in memory for him.
Maybe.
But speaking of revivals, how do you feel about Sophie Turner being the next Lara Croft?
I don't know yet.
Yeah?
I don't know yet. Because I feel like it's something they've touched too many times, and I don't want them to touch it again. Ayo. But
Ayo.
I don't know. After Game of Thrones, to be honest, seeing her and it might just be the social media painting a picture of her. I just like after Game of Thrones, I really have not liked her.
I get that.
I don't know. It's just I don't know.
I know. I get it.
So for her to take on a role that I like, I mean, she better do a damn good job for her to she better impress me.
Right.
Like the only other thing that I'm kind of meh about, which it doesn't have to be this way, but anybody that grew up playing the Tomb Raider games knows that Tomb Raider is known for a little something that she doesn't have. Boobies. She got 0. She got like triple A boobies. Not triple D. She got triple
she had
A
kid,
boobies.
didn't she? Did she?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know.
I know she's super fit right now. Like got like a 6-pack and stuff. I saw a recent picture of her.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's they have to CGI some stuff.
I think so. Maybe we'll see.
But I don't know. I'm not saying that that's what Tomb Raider has to have, but like just that is a thing people are going to talk about.
I get that. Yeah.
It doesn't bother me, but it's like
it's going to be a series on Amazon, by the way, so it's not going to be a movie.
I know, but
so maybe
I know. As long as she does a good job and the script is good, and it's not like the last time where I don't even know her face. Whoever played.
Oh yeah, for the movie.
Yeah,
we turned the movie off.
Yeah, because it sucked.
It wasn't that it sucked. It was the fact that it was a shot for shot of the game.
I didn't like it.
They didn't like. Oh, here's the thing. when you make a shot for shot, you're not happy, but when they make it different, you're not happy. Maybe
Well,
what is it?
They did things. It was different, but it was also like
Was it Walter Goggins' character? Do you remember he was in that movie?
I don't remember that part.
Maybe we'll have to go back and watch
I really just remember watching it and going, "Oh, they're like." I just did not like what they did with her. Like it didn't work, and
okay,
yeah.
We'll leave it at that. All right, so it's time to do some plugs. Time to get out of here. Unless you have anything else you want to touch on, I don't think so. It's time to eat. You and I are pretty hungry. Go ahead and plug your Twitch.
Yeah, if you'd like to watch me stream and blow up our galleon again.
You want to play Sea of Thieves this weekend?
Kinda.
Yeah, I would love to.
So yeah, I know Patrick's gonna be out of town, but we can still get Brian and maybe if Jake wants to get it and whatnot and actually play for once. Either way, I still think we should play.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you'd like to watch me stream, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. I stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. There is a chance though this Saturday that we may or may not be on. There's like a concert thing that I kind of want to go to, but
we haven't decided.
Yet.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so at least Friday and Sunday for sure.
Right. As far as my stream goes, it's twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MASTERL. You can find me there on Thursday evening and Saturday morning. Thursday evening around 9 p.m., 10 p.m. ish, 11 p.m. sometime in the evening. You'll find me on there. Been doing Warzone recently. Not sure what I'll do. Been looking into doing other games, but I'm not sure yet. Eventually getting into Battlefield and maybe some Call of Duty Black Ops 7 in the fall. But yeah, I'm not certain what the horizon has for the streams, but we'll have something here soon. As far as this podcast goes, we'd like it if you guys hit the like button on this YouTube video and subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed already, and hit the bell to be notified, which is normally every other Tuesday. We haven't been live for a month because of all the traveling and the sickness and all that stuff. Make sure you guys are following us on our social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. PTOUnlimited is what you'll search on all the social medias. The thing is, we did our announcements mostly on Facebook, so if you follow us on Facebook, that's better. Sometimes we get it out on our other ones. What else is there? If you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @_Mr. L.
Cute_kitty.
The final note: Skull Vikings NFL is underway. We weren't able to say this last episode because it wasn't really. So we're very excited that the football's back. Thursday night's game is going to be the Commanders and Packers, so I'll be probably on time for that one for stream. So I don't really have anything else as far as that goes. But yeah. I'm really excited that football's back, and I hope you guys are, and hope all of our teams are. I said at the beginning of the season, hopefully healthy. Some teams aren't. It is what it is. It's what happens with the football games. People are rough. But we're going to get out of here, guys. We appreciate you guys joining us for episode 392. We'll catch you guys in a couple weeks. Bye, guys.
Bye.